And now for a taste of things to come.
Tonight, for the superstars of NXT, will truly be shown no mercy. It's Saturday, and you know what that means. WWE has another PLE, NXT No Mercy. I am Mr. Reliable Walter Cruz, soon to be joined by the man with the simple man with the spectacular voice, Noah Foster, in about 10 minutes or so. But we are here to present No Mercy as our in our watch along. We're going to go over some of the matches now and our feelings for it, and then we're about 23 minutes or so from No Mercy going live on the Peacock, because NXT is still on Peacock. Hello, Charles. Yeah, let's have fun. How you doing, Safet? And all you guys, Nestor, I see my brother in the chat. Thank you everybody for watching. So yeah, let's get right into it. Hopefully Noah will join sooner than later. First of all, reminder, that QR code you can scan to subscribe to the Rage Wrestling YouTube channel. It's as simple as that. We each have a QR code that'll lead us to it, and throughout the night I'm going to put the different QR codes and the subscription to what it leads to on the side. So let's get into tonight's event. Let me start with this. The North American Championship, or the Canadian North American Championship, as Ethan Page defends the title. This time is where it actually counts. If Tayvion Heights, much like he did last Tuesday, although he was dressed as Elihu de Wagner to do it, causes Ethan Page to tap out, he will, of course, be the new North American champion. And I assume if he wins that, it'll turn back into the regular North American championship, unless he turns it to the United States championship. But they already have that on SmackDown. So we'll see what happens. But to me, I feel Ethan Page is going to retain the championship by hook or by crook, because I feel like there was a little subtle of what they did in Tuesday. He ran into Miles Bourne backstage, and his eyes were on that prize and on that title. I feel like that was a little bit of a foreshadowing, and that's where we're going to lead to. We're going to get Ethan Page versus Miles Bourne, and that's when he'll lose the championship. But I hope he does get called up, goes to SmackDown, and he joins Chelsea Green and the Secret Service. Maybe he'll help book the new woman or do the interviews, because they are looking to replace Piper, as she has an undisclosed injury. Hopefully she comes back. Lord knows, we don't know exactly what it is. From Rumors, people. Take it with a grain of salt. It's her neck, so we know how iffy that is. That could cause retirement, but that's what happens. Now we got this match, which is a grudge match. Josh Briggs versus bouncy Javon Evans. Originally, if you go back and you watch no predictions, I went with Josh Briggs. I just thought that it was his time. But after last night and watching TNA Victory Road, for those that have not seen it, spoiler warning in 3, 2, 1. Leon Slater retained the X Division Championship. And at the end, Santino Marella made an announcement that at Bound for Glory, we are getting the fantasy match that everybody wants, but no one, and I mean no one, has been hounded for this match more than me. We are going to get Tayvion Evans versus Leon Slater for the X Division Championship at Bound for Glory. Therefore, for this match, I think Tayvion Evans wins, because why would you have halt his momentum? Did you guys watch Victory Road last night? And hopefully you watched our coverage as well. Did you see the reaction when he jumped on that screen and it was revealed that he's the next challenger? That man got the biggest pop of the night. It was a huge pop when they showed him. We finally get these are matches that you can only book in WWE 2K25, and we're actually getting it. We're getting two young studs for a championship, and both men can bounce around that ring. Obviously, his nickname is Bouncy. So I can't wait. So obviously, Javon Evans, I think, wipes the floor with Josh Briggs. Because why would you stole his momentum? This one, you know what? I'm going to save that for when Noah comes here, because I want him to reveal something. Here's a weaponized steel cage match with Blake Monroe versus Jordynne Grace. Last Tuesday, it was a match, and then it was revealed that this was the type of match. I expect chaos, might even be a little blood, especially Blake Monroe has gone into this dark version of herself in these vignettes that she's had backstage. She's turned into a different side. It's not about the glamour and the beautiful and all that. It's some dark shit, and we're getting ever so close to Halloween. So I feel like that's why they're interpreting this dark one. But where does Grace go from here if she loses? I have no idea, but I do think she's losing. I think Blake Monroe, she's the future right now, and she's going to be big, and she's going to win. But I think Grace is going to be involved. I said this before. She's going to be heavily involved in the TNA versus NXT crossover, because it's going to be like, whose side is she really on? Because she had a huge career in TNA, and she kept crossing over to NXT before she signed officially to WWE. So it's going to be like, whose side is she really on? And I think that's going to be her story for the future. Yeah, Matt, I exactly. But then we get woo, Heart Attack City. Oh God, I'm gonna go nuts. Just so I got the Cuban flag ready for when she wins. Obviously, I'm not gonna go against my mamacita. Lola Vice versus Jacy Jayne, and now that Jasmine Nix is no longer part of the company, that picture is not even valid anymore. WWE needs to update that. But Fatal Influence versus Lola Vice. I know it's called No Mercy. They need to have mercy on me, because they think I'm gonna fall out of my chair when that hand of the referee falls for the third time, or she submits her, but most likely she uses that spinning back fix. So most likely it's gonna be a cover. But when Lola Vice holds that title, I'm gonna go nuts. I think it's gonna be time. No disrespect to Tiffany, it's gonna be time to go back to my old graphic with her, with Lola Vice back on there. because I feel like we have a new NXT Women's Champion. As a matter of fact, I think we have two new champions because the main event, most likely, or at least it better be, because my main event's a female, but this main event will be for the NXT Championship. It is going to be Ricky Saints versus Oba Femi. And right as I mentioned that, here comes Noah Foster, so I'm going to welcome him in. But how you doing, Noah? I'm talking about the main event here and what we think is going to transpire. But Oba Femi versus Ricky Saints. But let's go to Noah Foster, get the proper introductions, as well as give him an opportunity because on air he wasn't able to say the shtick from last night. But TNA brought us a great main event, and I know you wanted to say something about it. So first of all, how you doing, Noah?
First off, doing very well, even though it's stupid hot here in the Midwest where it should be nice and mildly cool, but actually it's going to be red hot as well, I'm sure, from Fort Lauderdale, Florida, where it's more often summer year round. So today should be a very interesting show, an interesting start to our evening with shenanigans ahead as well. Good to see everybody in the chat once again. Matthew, Charles, and Safet. Hope everyone's doing well. Again, if you want to dictate the conversation, super chat, pay by the patch. It's as simple as that. Walter, you seem definitely ready for this occasion. That's going to bring more Latino heat than maybe you can handle. And I do hope that you get what you want out of what might as well be the semi-main, considering the circumstance that we are on her home turf. But that being said, before we get back into NXT, despite the fact we are probably going to also talk about Javon Evans and Josh Briggs, especially during the average, expect a lot of streaming services tonight, by the way, folks. I will say this real quick about last night's TNA main event. Leon Slater, Myron Reid, X Division Championship main event match at TNA Victory Road for that company's cornerstone. Suddenly put last night that match. That professional wrestling, damn it! And I'm sure we'll get maybe that here tonight, this evening, as they literally are talking about Josh Briggs and Javon Evans. But let's stick to course that you, of course, was talking about here. Yeah, Oba Femi, like I said again, how much does it take to stop the unstoppable? When does a ruler get dethroned when the only opposition is one man with absolute confidence in himself? But is that enough of a resolve to stop what has been the same result time and time again? People were holding out for Javon Evans at NXT Heatwave. Here comes absolute Ricky Saints taking the opportunity after Javon was literally yeeted after a fall from grace. Not once, but twice. I just don't know if Ricky Saints is ready for this yet. Oba Femi made a very key point. Is Ricky Saints here for NXT, or is he just waiting to carry the bag of his best friend Cody? And that being said, on the opposite side, what is Oba Femi without the NXT Championship? Where is that mystique, that aura, that absolute dominance and danger in him if he loses this title? We haven't seen Oba Femi vulnerable since Lola beat him for the NXT North American Championship. And I believe that was last year here at No Mercy, if not a follow-up match where he beat him twice. But it is one of those things right now that I look at the fact he's held the title now for practically 8 months. I just don't think anybody on the NXT roster can take down the ruler. And I don't think no one's ready to take over the NXT Championship. Ricky Saints in an uphill battle. I'm not counting him absolutely out, but chances of winning, to my opinion, are slim to none.
I got him winning, but then I saved this one of the matches purposely just to reveal for the users that don't know how we do this is we use StreamYard. And on the graphics, we give them little nicknames so we know before we touch them. Go ahead. I'm going to show you the look right there in the middle where the speed title is. Go ahead and let the people know what I named it.
Wait, grab. Let's see here. We have the Speed Women's Championship. Hold on.
But look under it what I named it.
Okay, hold on. Show me again. What are you
doing?
Go
to the thing right next to where it says Briggs versus Evans. It's over to the right of that. In between Paige and Tayvion and Briggs and Evans.
NXT Women's Speed Championship match. So Ruca versus Lainey Reid. I'm looking at banners. Are you talking
not the banner. I'm talking about the overlays.
Oh, why didn't you say so? You know I don't mess with the overlays. Oh, who gets? Damn. Well, I mean, let's talk about it, shall we? If someone has a stopwatch, count how fast I explain this match and this championship that means absolute jack diddly and see if I do it in less than 5 minutes. Are you ready? 3, 2, 1. So Ruca won this pointless championship that looks like a speedometer, and ever since then, she, of course, has defended it a couple of times. And, of course, these matches have taken place under a course of 3 minutes to determine a new contender, but apparently the match can actually last 5 minutes. And so Ruca apparently is a double champion, considering she holds the NXT Women's North American Championship and the Speed Championship. But tonight, Lainey Reid has a chance to beat her. Here she uses hospitality. There you go.
There you go. And tell people what I had named it.
You named it. Who gives a shit?
Yeah, could have enough said there alone.
I don't want to say. I don't. Let me just put it out there. I don't want to say we are undermining either competitor, but this is a consolation of the definition of being outside catering for 5 minutes. This is not a championship. This is an appearance. And so Ruca, sure as fuck, is above this, as she is still the NXT Women's North American Championship. You want to make competitors and championships matter? Then you should have Lainey Reid qualified to be the next challenger for Ruca's NXT Women's North American Championship. Speed don't mean shit. It hasn't meant shit since that movie where the bus could have exploded if they didn't go over 50 miles per hour.
All I know is that I think this is more about furthering the story of Sol Ruca and Zarya and whether they're gonna get along or not, rather than this damn championship. Because literally, who gives a shit? I was shocked that they even brought this to NXT TV. It literally was demolished from YouTube for a while, or Twitter, X, whatever the hell they were showing these matches on for like 2 months, 3 months. I think you couldn't even see the freaking matches anymore. I thought they stopped giving a shit.
I'm pretty sure they just wanted to give some reason for people to tune in 4 or 5 minutes if they're not a WWE fan or refuse to pay $30 for their entertainment, because Lord knows it ain't worth that. I mean, hell, I got the $11 Peacock service, which is the cheapest bundle. So again, expect a lot of streaming services because there will be ads. But that being said, let's go ahead and get serious here. Let's get back on track here and talk about what we were talking about here, as they literally are talking about Ricky Saints and Femi. Subtly put, you did put Ricky Saints down. What makes you think Ricky Saints is the absolute choice to beat the ruler here at No Mercy, Walter? Go ahead and justify your pick.
It's more about, I think Oba's. I said Cena's on this retirement tour. They need these big stars on the main roster. How much bigger is they going to get than Oba? I think Oba's going to get called up, and we are just, what are we? We might as well say October. So we're about 3 months away from the Royal Rumble. You know who's going to make a big-ass impact in the Royal Rumble? Femi. Trust me. He might be that monster thing where I don't think he's going to beat Roman Reigns' record, but he'll at least get close to it, eliminating a bunch of people. He's going to be a big star in the Royal Rumble. And then after that, he's going to be on the main roster. So I just think it's Oba giving the title back, because Ricky Saints is going to stay in NXT for a little while longer, but I think it's time for Oba to come up. What else is there left for him to do in the NXT? Aside for maybe in November defend NXT's name versus TNA? That's pretty much all that's left for him to do. He's literally lapping people. He's defended it against everyone.
To your point, Josh Briggs, Yoshinki Inamura, Javon Evans, Trick Williams, shenanigans aside, but Absolute Ricky Saints did earn this opportunity, beating Josh Briggs. The number one contenders match, thanks to Javon Evans' interference. And to your point, as we had total nonstop anarchy, Ricky Saints and Femi, were more focused, importantly, on the task at hand, and that is who deserves to hold the NXT Championship. To think this athlete from the new program, by the way, out of the University of Alabama from track and field, this breakout superstar from Nigeria, could be this absolute of a force in WWE. Meanwhile, Ricky Saints, that's been on the grind, I'm going to call it what he is, it's absolutely like a stocks. Whether you watched him in NWA or AEW aside, he has wrestled his way to this point, to get to this business, to be part of the WWE, to challenge for, let's call it what it is since we merged the brands, brand split LLL, a WWE championship, because at this point, it's not NXT championship, it's the WWE NXT championship. And I just feel like that Ricky Saints is putting a lot of promise in himself. He gives me shades of Shota Umino that got thrusted to the spotlight so quickly and got a huge dose of reality. I wonder what will happen with Ricky Saints' psyche if he loses tonight. And will it humble him? Will it make him even more hungry? Is there a point of no return for either of these men? That's the thing that I look at in Ricky Saints. I see Ricky Saints being developed more because I just don't see Oba Femi being conquered yet. That's why I got Oba Femi retaining.
Yep, we'll soon find out. The other match that I talked about that you missed, I gave the spoiler warning. I gave everything. I obviously changed my pick from where we were after last night.
Yeah,
And that was this one. Yeah. Did you did,
Ah,
did you hear the pop last night when this man showed up on the screen? I already gave the spoiler warning. You don't have to worry about it. I told everybody what happened, and
okay.
then I said Javon Evans he's the momentum. Why would you stall it if you just announced this big fantasy shit that you only get in WWE 2K25? We're actually getting it, and no one has emphasized and begged for this match more than me, and you can
Accurate.
vouch for that.
Accurate. Well, one of these two men will live forever next month when we call about for glory. But here's to the night where one of these men might as well wonder what they're going to do next altogether. Let's be honest. Josh Briggs has been a lost cause as a dominant potential single star. He's almost got the Dijak freaking mystique and reek with him when it comes to so much potential, but doesn't get the big one done. How many times did Dominik Dijakovic have the potential to become an NXT champion and they never pulled the trigger? Now Josh Briggs is trying to find some sort of momentum all on its own without Yoshiki Nomura, without Brooks Jensen, without any sort of backup whatsoever, and destroy someone that's absolutely bouncy. For me, this match is a no-brainer. Jayne Evans has to win, and I kind of don't care about this match after what happened last night. What I do care about, though, is what Walter Cruz's future will look like if his number one mamacita, Lola Vice, doesn't win the NXT Women's North American Championship, which I figure is the match you wanted to save for last because that has to be the biggest moment you're waiting for tonight. You've been waiting for Lola Vice, Fali Barada, ever since she transitioned from MMA. By the way, for those that don't know, the flags for Puerto Rico and Cuba are almost exactly the same. The colors are just different with the star, the triangle, and the stripe border. But that's nonetheless. Let's just put it out there, Walter. We only got a couple minutes left. Lola Vice, is it truly tonight on her stomping grounds? We're in home territory. But you know as well as I do when it comes to WWE, usually the homecoming hero doesn't get the victory. What sort of influence will it be to you, fatal or temporary, on your NXT if Lola Vice fails to capture the NXT Women's Championship?
My rant will have no mercy. Put it like that. I got the Cuban flag ready. I got my dance ready. You better give me what I want, Batista style, or it's gonna be some issues. Like I'm gonna lay off NXT for a while. I threw you off on the prediction. I threw everyone off when I said it, but I am not watching NXT for a long time if Lola doesn't win.
What? Wait, what? What the hell?
Why is there a silhouette on the speed? I had it on mute.
Ladies and gentlemen, Lainey Reid apparently is not medically clear to compete tonight, but so Ruca will be defending the Women's Speed Championships tonight, no mercy. As Shawn Michaels says, stay tuned and find out who our opponent is. So you know what that means? That match means even less. It is thrown out of predictions. And apparently, Ava Reid, the NXT general manager, is also going to address the NXT universe tonight.
I bet you it's Zarya.
I mean, it seems like it's too obvious to be that, but also, I mean, I wouldn't rule it out necessarily. And now we know Ava Reid, and we also got let's not glance over the fact. Here's another spoiler for you folks: Jordynne is the TNA Knockouts World Champion.
I almost forgot about that. I tried to block that out of my mind that the fucking NXT possesses both titles again.
And the story of our life before we named WWE TNA. And Safet with the phrase of the night, card subject to change, as we are 1 minute and 7 seconds away from NXT No Mercy taking the airways. And we're with you guys tonight for the entire duration. Again, we'll run down the card real quick.
What do you have right now? Because I got 54. So tell me tell me when you get to 50 and I'll unpause mine.
Oh, okay. That's fine, brother. I'm at 50. Anyway. Let's go ahead and run down that card one last time real quick for people in case they're just tuning in right now, because who gives a damn about a pre-show? Let's be honest here. We know we got a weaponized steel cage match for Jordynne Grace versus Blake Monroe. We'll see who truly is ugly more, and if the devil can make the juggernaut pay for making her shed red for the first time in NXT. It's Jordynne Grace, Blake Monroe 2, and anything goes. Only way to win is to escape the cage or pinfall or submission inside. Escape is capable through the door and over the top when both your feet hit the floor. We just talked about this enhancement match at this point as Josh Briggs goes one-on-one with Jayne Evans again. Jayne Evans, who's bouncing forward towards trying to reach immortality, as he will fight Leon Slater for the National Championship Bound for Glory, while Josh Briggs looks to destroy Jayne Evans' chance of a future even happening. Shawn Michaels just confirmed that Lainey Reid is unable to compete. There will be a new challenger for the Speed Championship. Stay tuned to find out. This match has officially now been thrown out of predictions. The NXT North American Championship is on the line as the face of North America, All Ego Ethan Page, representing Canada, takes on Tayvion Heights, who looks to reach tonight. Can Tayvion Heights seize the NXT North American Championship for America, or will we continue to blame Canada as Ethan Page holds the title that calls him the best across 3 countries on a single continent? And of course, we sadly talked about the NXT Women's Championships on the line as Jacy Jayne will defend against Lola Vice, who of course is from this area in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Will the fatal influence be knocked out once and for all? Will we see a new NXT Women's Champion crowned? And of course, our main event will culminate in Oba Femi and Ricky Saints one-on-one for the first time ever for the NXT Championship. Is the result the same, or are we absolutely going to make history? That and so much more with everyone having an announcement for the NXT Universe tonight as NXT No Mercy is about to get underway. And there's your mama.
Who's the first person they show?
Again, she's home, Walter, but also here comes the NXT Women's Champion, who still gave us one of the biggest WTF moments of the year as she beats Steph Valkyria for that title. Notice she only has found Henry alongside her as they drop Jasmine Nix, who was found unconscious this past Tuesday, as Jordynne Grace is trying to figure out once and for all who she actually is. Why the glamour? Blake Monroe is going to show how pretty ugly can be when the woman from hell shows her face tonight in a weaponized steel cage. And there you see the number 1 contender for the NXT Championship, absolute Ricky Saints, who is looking to finally put gold around his waist. But he has to stop the unstoppable and prove the result cannot be the same as we see Oba Femi about to make his way. And again, folks, NXT No Mercy is about to kick off right now. Fort Lauderdale, Florida is sold out. Action red hot tonight as it's red hot here in Toledo, Ohio for me. But hello, everybody, and welcome in to the Super Reliable Studios as this is NXT No Mercy. Walter Cruz, Noah Foster, we are Super Reliable. Keep you in tune for the coverage and the content all night long. I'm not singing Lionel Richie. And again, thank you all for tuning in. Please like, subscribe, comment, tell a friend. If you want to dictate the conversation, Super Chat or PayPal of Passions is as simple as that. We hope that you all enjoy, engage with us, and we'll see, of course, who hits the jackpot or bust tonight on predictions and pursuing championships. And we'll find out more about Ava Rain's announcement as she addresses the NXT Universe. One thing for sure, Walter, there will be no mercy, but there certainly can be sweet victory for many competitors here tonight in NXT.
I know they better start with the speed and knock this bullshit out of the way.
Well, considering we don't know that Ruca is going to face now, it's going to be vacant. You almost got to wonder if they're figuring it out because this was very last minute as Lainey Reid, who hit Candice LeRae with some Southern hospitality, she wasn't mine to challenge for this title tonight, if you want to call it that. And also Lola Vice, who knocked the freaking NXT Women's Champion the fuck out with that spinning back fist, looks to say this reigns buenos noches.
The injury bug is crazy the last month or so.
Well, I mean, again, and of course, you want to talk about injury. I don't think neither of these women are going to be afraid to injure one another when weapons are 100% legal. The wrath of a juggernaut versus the revenge of a woman from hell. Never has something so glamorous seemed so sinister as Blake Monroe looks to show Jordynne Grace exactly what the evil looks like within her. As of course, right now we're looking at the cold opening here.
Woo! I was waiting for that to come out. Sorry.
You're fine. Again, breathe, Walter, breathe, as Safet says. And good to see everyone in the chat. Safet, Matthew, Charles, Matt. Thank you all, as always, for tuning in and continuing to show your support across everything we do for all things wrestling, combat sports, and your own entertainment. You all make this possible as we continue to carry forward the passion for professional wrestling and coverage for all of you. And thank you for getting Walter Cruz towards his last milestone of 200. If you haven't already, subscribe to Rachel Wrestling. There's a QR code to make things easier for you. We, of course, will have little banners to remind you where you can find us on YouTube. All of us here at Simple Habit Studios throughout multiple times because, again, fuck streaming services with ad breaks. But again, folks, tonight we bring you No Mercy.
You telling me to breathe. You think when Javon Evans was announced as the next contender last night, you think that was something? Wait till Lola wins this title.
Well, your boy is bouncy as we kick things off with the next challenger for the X Division Championship for TNA Wrestling at Power for Glory. Here comes the young OG, not from the UK, but who looks to live forever, Javon Evans. As we get action officially underway here, introducing Javon Evans to the NXT Universe, who has bounced on the scene, has already been endorsed for the future by the Viper Randy Orton, and is coming up a great chance against Sami Zayn last night on SmackDown for the WWE United States Championship. What a wild 24 hours for this young man.
Even Undertaker is fond of this young man.
The young OG has certainly impressed the world over in and out of WWE. There is no denying that. Not bad for a young 21-year-old man who's only been involved 7 years in the game.
Not bad at all.
Former, of course, Pro Wrestling World's Champion as Jay Malachi. That was actually the first time I saw what became known as Javon Evans. But here comes somebody looking to destroy that future before it can begin.
We'll see.
Talk about the definition of a guy that looked like he might as well be part of the Mayans biker gang.
I mean, where does he go from here after he loses? Maybe he joins Dark State, sorry.
The Dark Order. Botch. And of course, as I said, Josh Briggs attacked Javon Evans after that WWE United States Championship match last night on SmackDown, getting a cheap shot in.
Yeah, I didn't even watch SmackDown. We did TNA, and I haven't even watched it. I watched highlights, so I know what happened. But
yeah, exactly. The way is the simple man. You watch highlights for the shows you refuse to pay for, refuse to dedicate enough time with. It's underwhelming advertisement versus in-ring content. Horrible when that's in-ring content. But anyway, that being said, Javon Evans, Josh Briggs, not the first time these two have gone one-on-one, and Javon Evans is, of course, coming off that loss for the NXT Championship at Heatwave just last month. And, of course, we saw Tuesday's chaos, not only this past Tuesday, but last week, Tuesday, at Homecoming, Walter, when these two barraged backstage.
The bell rung, and right at the gate, Evans came out with a big boot.
It's one of those things that you don't expect Javon Evans to be one of the toughest guys in a fight, besides the fact that he can rebound off anything. Shout out to Kelly Kine, Mike Rowe, Vic Jones, and Booker T as the correspondents for NXT. Right now, look at that ringside area, by the way. Small ringside area here to actually use towards your advantage.
Mm-hmm.
We also got to consider if Javon Evans is coming in as at all at less than 100%. He's got to be. That was a hell of a match against Sami Zayn. Thank you, Watch Wrestling Online and WWE Matches on YouTube. He's going to have to throw some hands. He's going to have to move really quick here if he's going to outlast Josh Briggs or outsmart him. Let's not forget, Javon Evans beat the freaking Legend of Future Greats Season 1 winner, Jasper Troy. Might as well put him in a catering. Nice cross body and a 1 count.
I don't know if you noticed, but his ankle got tripped on the rope, and ever since then, he's limping. Javon.
Well, Javon Evans can ill afford any sort of injury. Now, in 2 weeks, he's heading to TNA's Bound for Glory, October 12th, challenging Leon Slater for the X Division Championship.
Say it again! Ha ha! I got it. Woo!
Back elbow strike, though, as Josh Briggs got Jaylen Evans right where he wants him here, though, in the corner. Trying to make sure what happens to a ball when it hits a wall doesn't come back for a second shot. That's just simple physics right there. Big man versus small man. Who wins most of the times?
Mm-hmm.
Josh Briggs and Jaylen Evans have only had one other one-on-one match on NXT television, and Josh Briggs did beat Tayvion by dubious means, literally September 9th. Drops the elbow hard. Here's the cover by Josh Briggs. Gets a 2 count.
Dude, seriously, just bounced off the mat. That's why they call him that. That was a high backdrop.
Yeah, I do wonder, though, if that coil effect, we want to call it that, all this bumping off the mat, is that to Jaylen Evans' benefit, or is that just outside his control, but it just comes the way his body just hits? It's one of those things when I think about the impacts that Jaylen actually takes versus what he gives.
Mm-hmm.
Josh Briggs, by the way, in case y'all don't know, 32 years of age, 9 years in the game, trained by Brian Fury. Only accolade in his NXT career is formerly the NXT UK Tag Team Champion alongside Brooks Jensen. He is also a former Evolve champion prior to WWE owning Evolve. Get to the midsection there. Irish whip off the ropes, and Jaylen bounces off, catching a nice roll up and a 2 count.
Nice kick
Josh
out.
Briggs, you would think a guy like this would actually be a force to be reckoned with in NXT. Double underhook. Oh, man.
Talking about the same company that had Dijak and didn't know what to do with it.
Cover 2 and a kick out. To your point, Dijak and Josh Briggs were both involved in NXT North American Championship matches as well as NXT Iron Survivor matches. I imagine that everybody's announcement is going to be something partaken towards Halloween Havoc, which will be the next time we'll be covering NXT for all you fine folks. And shout out to Shadow Gamer _ X. And again, Blue Thunder Bomb actually does win matches, folks. I no longer want to hear any crap about that. And it's good to see New York State of Mind in the chat as well. And I hope that he got everything he wanted from Major League Wrestling, as he, of course, told me about some big upcoming news on my feed regarding that. As, of course, again, we will have a new challenger for the Speed Women's Championship since Lainey Reid is not able to compete. Someone like Josh Briggs right now is underestimating Jaylen Evans, taking him lightly here, Walter.
That's the last thing you need to do. I think Oba did that too, and he surprised Oba when on that one-on-one match. He may not have won, but you know Oba gained a hell of a lot of respect for him.
Well, the jury is out. If it wasn't for the referee being out of position, Jaylen Evans could have won the freaking NXT Championship after hitting that ridiculous slingshot cutter.
Bro, he had him for at least a 6 count.
A hard Irish whip, though, as Javon's grabbing the small of his lower back. You see right now, Josh Briggs just basically scouting Jaylen Evans' vulnerability. And you figure about, again, Walter, grabbing the small of your back or grabbing the hip. Let's look at what happened to Myra Reid last night. It was grabbing the side of his hip that allowed him not able to capitalize. And Leon Slayer finally hit that Swanton 450. You know what happens when your hip doesn't work in your favor. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
Big right hand by Jaylen, though, rocking the self-proclaimed destroyer, former N1 victory participant for Pro Wrestling Nola. Put that in perspective, folks.
Briggs, ironically, was showing mercy. Like, he didn't capitalize when Tayvion was hurt. He, like, hesitated a little bit.
Yeah, and I think that's one of the flaws with Josh Briggs. He has all this potential, like you said, like Dijak, but I don't know if he has the killer instinct truly, despite the fact he turned his back on Yoshiki Inamura. That team is no longer a thing. I don't even know if Inamura is still part of NXT.
Mm-hmm.
And just, oh, man, back first goes Jaylen into the barricade, off the apron.
To be fair, I didn't know Rich Holland was still part of NXT till last night. So,
I mean, the jury is out whether he's still part of NXT or he just went freelance to try and attack Mike's 10 and TNA, but it's a whole different conversation.
well, they billed it as NXT versus TNA, so I assume.
Referee's counting up to 4 right now as Josh Briggs again is just soaking in the absolute visceral of the NXT universe here.
Let's be fair. He's one of those that would take the count out victory. Most people will be like, nah, I want a definitive win. Yeah, I think Briggs will take any kind of victory he can get. He don't give a shit.
Well, again, what does that prove to Josh Briggs if he simply takes a count out here against Javon Evans and literally just leaves the man to fight for another day? If Josh Briggs is actually going to try and prove that he's worthy of any championship, he needs to get a big time win here.
Definitely.
Up and around again, just planting him down. Whip for the splash as Javon rolls out of the way. Josh Briggs right now, you thought that Josh Briggs might have hurt himself with that splash and nothing but canvas. Seems all it did was just anger him further. Josh Briggs, by the way, like I said, lost out on the NXT Championship #1 Contenders match against Ricky Saints back last month in August. Last match he won was actually under dubious means, a Philadelphia street fight against his tag partner Yoshiki Nomura before he beat Javon Evans here. We got this rematch.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, we saw Josh Briggs challenge for Open Femi's NXT Championship in a triple threat alongside his former tag partner on NXT TV when Nomura failed to capture the title.
And he was jealous of him, man, because he damn near captured the title, Nomura, and then he was seeing it. He felt like the weak link of that partnership, I believe.
Well, we've always talked about who's the Mario Jannetty in any sort of pairing. And you might as well say that about females at this point as well, as people might be talking about the dismissal of Ruca, which I hope they're wrong. Javon still fine bat, though. Don't count Javon out of this fight, though, as we look at these two men. Whoa, rebound up the bottom rope into a German suplex.
Damn!
Javon starting to rally here. Incredible use of his own body momentum to catch him with a standing waistlock into a German suplex.
We talk about his speed, his agility. But no, we don't really underestimate his strength. Look how big Josh Briggs is. And for Evans to be able to just do a release German like that took a hell of a lot of strength.
Well, you're talking about the intangible, of course, of a wrestler here. And Josh Briggs feels insulted at this point. Feels like Javon Evans still can't match up to him. Square up. Oh, the big super kick. Rebound off the ropes. Taking Josh Briggs down with a lariat. And now right back going in with the rolling kick. Briggs still on his feet, though. Javon bouncing up the ropes again.
Oh!
Kick. Back of the head.
Dude, all this is making me just want to. Can we fast forward to October 12th, please, Noah?
As much as I want to do that, Walter, we can't. In the NXT Universe right now, and Josh Briggs might be trying to beg off Javon here. And Javon is not going to show no mercy here tonight against Josh Briggs.
The more I'm watching Evans' offense, I'm salivating like a dog over a steak for October 12th. I'm telling you.
I was about to say, after Myra Mead and Leon Slater, you're adding Javon Evans to the mix. We're looking at three of the most dynamic athletes you could call the definition of the X division in professional wrestling today. What the hell is Javon thinking here? Josh Briggs, opposite corner. Oh, and Briggs.
Was he trying to go for a coast to coast?
It certainly looks like it. But again, Josh Briggs, very smart, though. But Javon, off the top!
Oh!
Lord!
That was no mercy.
Throwing caution to the wind, flying literally all way across the ring to the floor, splashing across Josh Briggs, bringing it back towards center. Javon once again back to the high-risk district. Massive frog splash! Cover! No!
Damn, I thought he had it.
Think about the way he bounced off of him, right back on top of him versus away from him, by the way. Look at the reach with this freaking lunge and this follow-up splash, Walter.
Wow. No. Yeah, that was crazy.
It's impressive that Javon is able to still push forward that hard this deep in a match as he continues to grab the small of his lower back and his hip. But I will give Briggs credit. That took a lot of endurance for him to survive that. I thought he had him.
Hell yeah.
Oh, man, did not let him rebound off the bottom rope. Springboard stunner.
Dude, that could have been a concussion. Did you see the way he hit him in the back of the head?
Yeah, the follow-up blind shot layer turned Javon outside in the cover and a 2 count. Well, these men are deep in this grudge bout, that's for sure.
I talked about the strength. Javon's pretty tall, too. He's got to be like 6'2". Like, now that they're standing next, when they were standing next to each other, I just realized it. He's not a small guy.
And Josh Briggs, though, again, he took a huge chance taking this match on a night at No Mercy. And there might not be no point of return for him if he loses here.
Mm-hmm.
Capacity crowd here, Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Sold out here for the NXT Universe. Josh Briggs trying to send Javon down. Javon with the roll up, though. Shoulders down. Ooh, great position.
Was he gonna go for a dead shot if he didn't reverse that?
Dead shot, last ride, Lager bomb, you tell me. Either way, whatever he was going for, Javon prevented, almost caught him with a nice roll-up, lunging forward with that jumping elbow. Follow up with the first kick, trying to route Josh Briggs, still stands on his feet, catches Jim with a big boot, rebound off the ropes to it.
Ah! Damn! Dude, he barely got any away from the ropes before that big boot hit him in the jaw.
I'm not sure how much whiplash effect he didn't get there at this point.
Shit.
Deep hit toss to a backbreaker over the knee. And Josh Briggs right now might be looking to finish Javon up and over. Oh! Revolution knee cover at 2 counts. That left shoulder barely broke contact with the canvas.
Mm-hmm.
That was almost like a Z360 without the pump handle. Shout out to Zoe Stark.
Right?
And Zoe Stark, I believe, who's still out injured, I think. Get well soon. And
dude, this match has been hard hitting.
Well, at what point does Josh Briggs now need to dig deeper in his repertoire if he thought that Javon was going to be an easy win here or somebody that stands in his way?
Mm-hmm. Oh, whoa. Briggs is going to Evans territory.
Well, I did say Briggs is going to have to show more here than he had before. And we know he's no stranger going up to the top rope, all right? We've seen him in Dijak do freaking moonsaults for Pete's sake off of this. But what's he planning to do here with Javon Evans? I have no idea.
Choke slam, avalanche choke slam, I think. That's what it looks like. He's got him kind of goozled.
Yeah, it looks like that's exactly the way it's going for Javon Scott.
Yo, he just did a somersault in mid-air during a choke slam. What the fuck?
It's a highlight right here with Javon. Massive PK underneath the jaw, just the tip. Off the second, got caught, and a massive choke slam by Briggs. Cover 2, it's not over.
Dude, I love the way he sells, man. He bounced off that mat just now. Literally, he spun in the mat.
I don't know where Javon got that when he was dribbled harder than any basketball by any Orlando Magic. That was fucking ridiculous.
I need to see the replay of him reversing the damn avalanche choke slam. Holy shit.
And it seems like Javon was one step ahead of Josh Briggs there for a moment, and Josh Briggs was able to counterattack. Now Josh Briggs getting desperate, trying to rip the turnbuckle pad, and no longer. Low bridge by Javon since Josh Briggs to the outside. Uh-oh, wait a minute. And Javon right now looking to dive. Tope got caught, though. Got caught. Rebound off the ropes. Oh, God. Clubbing blow by Briggs. Rebounding Javon off the second rope right into his freaking forearm. Sending him back inside the ring. Josh Briggs following up here. Massive running lariat. Cover. That's grabbing it. But the foot falls on the rope.
I swear I was just going to say too close to the ropes, though.
Sometimes better to be lucky than it is to be intelligent.
All right.
Great job by Javon Evans. I don't know if that was just pure awareness or just sheer desperation. The innate instinct of a wrestler knowing his environment. And Josh Briggs right now apoplectic.
Mm-hmm.
And let's not forget, Javon Evans is also coming back at one point from the surgery repaired jaw. It surprised me that Josh Briggs hasn't tried exploiting that yet. Let's not forget Javon's last huge feud here in NXT against All Ego Ethan Page.
I forgot about that, Joel, until you just said that.
Yeah, back at Roadblock when he turned Ethan Page's grin upside down. And Josh Briggs, though, has to regroup here, has to stay on the attack. If he's going to win this, he might have to go for broke. Javon's saying no, though. Not letting Josh Briggs make the ascent.
Hey, man, what's the thing I tell you that you can't measure in a professional wrestler? He's got heart, man.
No. Javon is still
defiant.
Yeah, look at this fight. Oh, man! Came out of nowhere with that kick off the second rope. Oh, got put out of midair. And Briggs might be done playing with Jayne here. Hoist it up again. Counter with a counter. And now spring it off the top rope. Big avalanche cutter out the corner. Cover. Jayne with the win.
Dude, the way he reverses moves is crazy.
Unbelievable show of heart and resilience by Javon Evans tonight against Josh Briggs.
The moves that he reverses.
I've never seen Javon this aggressive in my life.
Bro, he's fired up after being announced as the #1 contender for the X Division title.
Again, that key moment, the counter of the choke slam into a cutter and then springboard cutter out the corner off the top rope. Look at the distance here and the height, Walter.
Oh my goodness. That's halfway across the ring. More than half. That's 3/4 of the way.
That's a slam dunk for Javon Evans tonight. NXT No Mercy. If you're the young OG that wants to live forever and you have a date for the X Division Championship against Leon Slater, you just gave the X Division Championship a hell of a scouting report.
I know Slater's mind is blown right now watching that.
Well, I'm sure that Leon Slater has had his eyes on Javon Evans ever since NXT and TNA started this partnership pre-acquisition. As we go to commercial break, fuck streaming services.
I know I have.
Right? Oh, man, that was fucking great. A hell of a hot kickoff here tonight for NXT No Mercy, and that wasn't even involving a championship. But at this point, Javon Evans, that boy could bounce towards any championship opportunity. And of course, like you said, Walter, at October 12th, Bound for Glory in TNA, he will try to make history as he challenges for the X Division Championship. As we take a moment to look at y'all's spot here in the chat, everyone saying, Bouncy, what a match. That's insane.
I'm gonna
insane, all accurate.
I'm gonna go to sleep. Wake me up on October 12th.
About to say,
that a moment before.
You realize we still have a whole lot more to do before that point, right? I'm just saying.
Including tonight. Sorry, but we do have the Canadian karaoke. So Opinion Live is Noah doesn't like it, but you know, it happens.
Yeah, I'm sure. So much more is also going to happen here at the Super Live Studios. But that being said, don't take my word for it. Check out what's ahead here and when we cover all the wrestling. And we'll see you on the other side of this commercial break.
And now for a taste of things to come.
And truly here, right here, only at the Super Reliable Studios, we truly encompass, embrace, celebrate, engage, enjoy, criticize, analyze to all the wrestling. And again, if you haven't already, subscribe to everybody here at the Super Reliable Studios, including but not limited to the Renegade of Wrestling, JJ Williams. That's Casa D18 Studios, RW JJ Williams on the X and across the social medias as well. And shout out to the virtuosa Diana Perazzo, as I, of course, encourage anybody, especially during this time, if you are pursuing educational advantages or pursuing further educational adventures, do the best you can to provide yourself and your family a brighter future. Whether you go to Southern New Hampshire University online or do something else, I wish you nothing but the best in your studies and in your discipline. No, it won't be easy, but long may your success in education fucking reign. And shout out to the virtuous Diana Perazzo, who's part, of course, the Ring of Honor Women's Spirit Championship Tournament. Congratulations, by the way, to Billy Starks, who advanced being Olympia. She will now face either Yuka Sakasaki or Serena Deeb in the semifinals. Still to come, Diana Perazzo versus Trish Adora in the first round to see who, of course, will face off against Queen Aminata. Speaking of face-offs, we saw this past Tuesday at NXT, Walter. We saw Trick Williams and Mike Santana come to blows as we had an all-out invasion, and it was total nonstop anarchy as TNA collided with NXT and crossed their line.
Yep, it was a complete invasion. And notice the two that weren't involved, Ricky Saints and Femi, involved in the main event, somehow conspicuously found their way right to where the title is.
Eric Young, Trick Williams, Mike Santana, the sister, Matt Cardona, Cassie Lee, Jessica McKay, Steve Macklin, Vance Warner, Steph DeLander, Saya Brookside, Leiling Lee, a who's who of TNA, reminding NXT exactly who the fuck they are. Don't step over us.
And then Jasmine Nix was mysteriously attacked, and we still don't know who did that.
Well, apparently, we're going to hear from Abraham regarding what conspired last Tuesday on NXT. Still to come tonight. But speaking of TNA, last night we saw further history be made, or a conspiracy theory that some might say, because it wasn't TNA in-house. It was TNA versus NXT for TNA's cornerstone, as Kalani Jordynne went one-on-one with Leiling Lee after winning a Knockouts Battle Royale. It was a split leg stunner, and of course, Kalani showing that she could do anything. Indy Hartwell counted the three towards a new TNA Knockouts World Champion once again from NXT.
Very hesitant. She looked a little shocked that she had to count that.
Well, she did say she would call it right down the middle, and she did, but Indy Hartwell has to realize she just gave NXT more power, even though she will challenge Kalani Jordynne, because she respects 2 weeks for that title at Bound for Glory. If we go backstage last night to the new TNA Knockouts World Champion, the inaugural NXT Women's North American Champion, Kalani Jordynne.
I still can't believe this.
I still say the fix was in. It should have been someone like Rosemary, Killer Kelly, or even her own tap on her side, Brookside challenging. Was she not the only NXT representative in that damn Battle Royal?
Yep, she was the only NXT.
Yeah. I'm sure not coincidental at all.
You know what I mean? How was she coincidentally already there? Let the conspiracy theories begin.
Well, as I'm TNA faithful and I say fuck the black and chrome, I'm definitely going to breathe on the side of conspiracy. Call me Jesse Ventura until you prove me otherwise. Kalani Jordynne is now the face of the TNA Knockouts. But I'm not going to deny Kalani Jordynne in the honorable effort she did give in pursuing that match. I just wish it was under different circumstances versus what happened to Ashley, who may have retired altogether from professional wrestling.
I hope whatever it is, I hope you're well.
Well, speaking of people that can't compete, as we learned, Lainey Reid can no longer compete now for the NXT Women's Speed Championship, but we still are going to see Ruca hang 10 as she will defend that title right now. Let's see what Shawn Michaels has come up with for her opponent. Checker flag in play by Zarya. Ruca, get ready to start your engines.
Funny how I already had that set up. Let's see.
Yeah, right.
We apologize, sir. People, we didn't know that this was going to change, so the graphics is obviously going to show the wrong thing.
Well, I mean, again, we literally learned during the countdown. And Ruca, I'll give credit's due, why she has nothing but a giant speedometer sticker in her hand. I give her credit for being a fighting champion even under this title that shouldn't exist.
Mm-hmm.
Again, so wanted to defend the title tonight regardless of Lainey Reid not being able to compete. Showing why she is a fighting champion with 2 belts for a reason.
Tell me it's Zarya, please.
Well, let's find out here momentarily.
Wait, yeah, that belt's not important enough to have somebody from NXT come. I meant from TNA.
Oh, what the hell? Is that important enough for you, Walter?
Hi, Miss Parker.
I guess Jada Parker must be feeling lucky considering she was involved in the decision where she got pinned by Lola Vice for Lola Vice to challenge for the NXT Women's Championship. Jada Parker looking to take the speed title tonight, stepping up to the plate.
Oh my God, Noah.
Let's go ahead and talk about the rules real quick. Folks, in the Speed Championship match, there's a 5-minute time limit. If no decision is rendered, the champion will retain. But continue, Walter, because it sounds like you just woke up for another reason.
No, if Mama Sita and Jada Parker both win a title on the same night, you might have to check my pulse.
Let's go down to the introductions for this match. Someone have water and a defibrillator on standby. We'll go to Mike Rome for the introductions here.
I don't think Jada Parker's in the middle.
A 5-minute timer on the screen when the bell rings.
You know.
Also from Florida, St. Lucie, Florida, Jada Parker, former all-collegiate national level volleyball player. And her opponent from Honolulu, Hawaii, looking to say aloha to Jada Parker. That means both hello and goodbye. Our current Speed and NXT Women's North American Champion and all-collegiate background amateur national wrestling. As Ruca has been one of the faces of the NXT Women's Division for quite a period of time.
You think Lash Legends even going to let Jada Parker get this title, though?
Look, considering those two have been literally bickering like two bad bitches with an attitude, I highly unlikely no likelihood. But again, here's the fastest match tonight. NXT WWE Women's Speed Championship. 5 minutes on the clock. The reigns are underway. And right now, so we're going to immediately try to look for a crucifix takeover. Goes for the roll-up. Here's a cover already. Gets a 2 count. Jada with the reversal. Goes for a 2 count here. You can't really have strategy here, Walter. You just gotta be fast and furious, wear down your opponent, and go for that decision.
It's all about surprise pins in this one. You got 5 minutes, but you really need 3 seconds.
Ooh.
Holy shit, that'll crack you.
Nice modified full Nelson with the top rope.
That'll crack your back.
And of course, this is the definition of champion's advantage. Also, Ruca has to do is run the clock. I can't believe for the first fucking time in my life, I'm calling a speed match. What the fuck is my life?
Literally, so all she has to do, all she needs is speed and run. Whoever the champion is, really just got to run around.
Yeah, a little bit of mocking there. I don't know. So Ruca has any background in basketball, volleyball, but I'm sure from Hawaii she's probably played a little bit of beach volleyball. Not bad for a young athlete who's only had 119 matches of wrestling career that literally started in NXT. Now, so Ruca looking to follow up baseball slide, but Jada Parker able to scout it, turns around. Oh, and a big out of the side of the head. And again, Jada Parker right now trying to take advantage here on an opportunity that presented to herself with Lainey Reid unable to compete. You got to imagine Lainey Reid will get a match at some point. Covered now by Jada. Gets a 2 count. We're at 3 minutes and 35 seconds.
Did they say exactly what her injury was? I had the TV on mute when that was announced.
At 3 minutes and 30. Well, I'm just guessing because Lainey Reid did fight through this. She did beat Candice LeRae in less than 3 minutes. So I'd say she's obligated. Ooh. And hyperextending those legs, almost a modified drop kick off the sailor for Soul Snatcher. Jada able to scout it. Open pawn stretch. So okay. About to say, Walter, I'm going to let you go ahead and call it. Take a seat, Jada Parker.
Mm-hmm.
She's got to beat the clock. We're at 3 minutes. Falcon Arrow has done the deal. So the follow-up cover off the far leg and kick out.
I suddenly care about the Speed Championship.
I still don't. But I do care about Ruca, and I do think Jada Parker was the best thing coming out of the mud. Face first goes Ruca, now off the ropes. Up and around, Ruca. Whoa, lost her foot there. And Carter, and the hook of the leg. And 2 count. Again, doesn't have to be messy, just has to be effective. Oh, an elbow strike.
Yeah, that was messy, though.
And,
She couldn't handle the weight.
Running knee. That was nice and pretty, though. I will say that. Ruca, 26 years of age, 3 years in the game, springing up and over. Looking for it. And runs into a big right. Rolled back in the ring.
Hello.
2 minutes left. Jada Parker has got to be aware that time is not on her side here. The more that counts down, the faster it goes. Once again, hoists Ruca. Nice knee to the head, though, preventing a brainbuster. Counter DDT by the champion.
Damn, that hurt.
And a cover now. Lateral press by Ruca. And a 2 count again. And I do look at the champion's commitment to defend it. How much does she want to win this before the clock gives out? No matter how I feel about WWE, and again, fuck this company, and these freaking papier-mâché championships, the value of a champion, even wearing a fake-ass toy belt of a degree, goes to the crowd of Ruca trying to make this mean something. Oh, man.
A Samoan drop. How interesting, Jada.
All right, what are you trying to instigate here, Walter? And stun gun across the top rope there. Ruca takes the footing out from Jada, bringing her to the outside here. And both superstars on the outside now. Throat thrust by Jada to Ruca. And we are down to 1 minute. Final lap. Ruca able to stop the steps. Cold red for Jada Parker's chances here. Face first in the steel steps goes Jada. And Ruca right now able to counter Jada's early offense. What the hell? Off the steps. Went for the moonsault. Jada got out of the way. Oh, I can't tie it.
Hip attack.
But you
or
got
hypnotic, whatever you call it.
20 seconds left. You got to get back in the ring and get the 3 count.
Do it again.
Don't worry about Zarya. Focus on the damn championship, you fucking idiot. Uh-oh.
Told you.
Last legend, sweet amazing Zarya with the spirit of lash.
Told you.
Jada right now with saving grace, but only 20 seconds left. But wait a minute, Soul Snatcher, Ruca, the counter. 13 seconds left, Ruca retains the Speed Championship.
I fucking love the Soul Snatcher. I can't lie. That's one of the best moves.
Jesus.
And that was set up beautifully in the corner there too. I told you Last Legend was gonna get involved.
First and foremost, you did talk about Last Legends. I gotta give you credit for that. Believe it to that woman should not freaking leave herself out of someone else's business. As Ruca was able to hit the checkered flag before the time ran out and reach the finish line. Ruca is still NXT Women's Speed Champion after this beautiful Soul Snatcher out of the corner with Jada wiped out. Congratulations, Ruca.
I didn't think of that in the awards to make that the Soul Snatcher the finisher of the year. Because damn, that is a beautiful move.
And so far, no one's kicked out of that except Kalani Jordynne. Congratulations, Ruca, who beat the clock as we go to commercial break. Fuck streaming services. Raheem Hands, what's up with you? Let's go ahead and look at people's thoughts here. Matthew saying, Jada and Soda Surf so much better than this speed match. Oh, I fucking agree. Again, that was a spotlight. That was simple as that. And it would have been crazy if Jada Parker do the yeet.
She did the Samoa drop. If she would have did a splash in the yeet, it would have just confirmed some things.
Now, again, what are you trying to instigate here, Walter? You're trying to set up the battle lines here for war as we prepare for War Games in November from San Diego. Stay tuned for that, folks. We'll be covering that, of course, that's Saturday, November 29th, your annual Thanksgiving weekend tradition. Well, we got a moment to breathe because, again, fuck streaming services. Also, fuck this speedometer championship. I will say this. That was by far the quickest match I've ever called in my life.
I guess so. Jada Parker deserves so much more. If it wasn't Lola, I would have wanted her to get the championship with shit.
Dude, the Speed Championship shouldn't be considered a championship. It's a 5-minute showcase. It is smaller than an exhibition. So let's stop giving credibility towards that belt. But the credibility of both Ruca and Jada Parker, you damn fucking right. It should have been for the NXT Women's North American Championship. Why not just focus on that? Make that open challenge. Continue being the workhorse for it. Seriously.
I don't know. She deserves the North American Championship for real, though.
Well,
Something.
yeah, about to say. So Ruca, though, again, tremendous outing here, by the way. The checkered flag, I'm not going to lie. That was kind of fun. Kind of ironic that I saw a Daytona machine from Sega at the bowling alley last night, and I literally got the Daytona theme stuck in my head. So there you go.
I used to love that game. Every bowling alley had that.
Yeah. I need to
Or
find
Outrun.
I have Outrun 2006 on Emily on my PC. And stay tuned, folks. Simple Reliable Gaming will level up here very soon, including me and Lily Cruz going at it again in Wheel of Fortune, as well as maybe I'll host a Jeopardy and who knows what else. Maybe I'll start.
I'm gonna try to do it at least every week when I'm off on Wednesdays and Thursdays. Maybe I'll even do some late night playing like Resident Evil or some scary games. People tend to like that, so I can play that and show what I'm watching. So we'll see.
You know what? At this point, maybe I should just create PowerPoint trivia games to share during these freaking commercial breaks now for wrestling. I don't know. You know, maybe I will. I don't know. I could whip it somewhere probably quick if I care. Anyway, I will say this. Ruca, by the way, has been WWE Women's NXT North American Champion now for 162 days. I still don't give a shit about speed, but she has held that speedometer for 170 days. She's already defended the NXT Women's North American Championship now for 3 defenses. Last defense was, of course, back in August against Tatum Paxley of the Calling. Well, we got a moment to breathe. Let me go ahead and remind you and encourage you to subscribe to everybody here, right here at the Super Reliable Studios. If you haven't already, subscribe to Barry for Wrestling. That's our Canadian friend, Ash, where, of course, me and her had a little Ash chat regarding Destruction in Kobe. That is tomorrow, to be headlined by Zack Sabre Jr. vs. Ren Narita for the IWGP World Heavyweight Championship. And the winner of that will defend against Konosuke Takeshita next month at King of Pro Wrestling in Ryogoku Sumo Hall. If you want more AEW, WWE, and New Japan takes, and also you love the techers, don't be a dickhead. Subscribe to Barry's Army today. Subscribe to Batty for Wrestling. That's all I got to say about that. And if you want to engage further with me, I'm not social, but find me in Foster 1916 for predictions, commentary coverage, simply predicting, moderating, and so much more right here on YouTube with NotiQ and in and out of the Super Reliable Studios. Me and Walter Cruz will be doing a simple session here very soon. Stay tuned for episode 3 of a simple session with me and the Rage of Wrestling. A possible hour-long conversation on anything but more likely professional wrestling. And with us, probably gaming.
I was going to say, probably a lot of gaming.
There's a lot you and I can talk about, but that's a whole different conversation to come. We'll schedule it next week behind the green room. As we look here at the beautiful coastline of Fort Lauderdale, Florida, you saw State Highway 1 that leads to Key West, the only in and out road to the island, the jewel of the southeast coast. And of course, WWE is loaded once again with all the talk shows. There you see the lineup of the WWE podcast with Cody, with Stephanie McMahon, with freaking Mark Galloway, with Logan Paul. And of course, last Tuesday, we also saw Joe Hendry. As of course, he lost against Dark State, but he did win last night against Eric Young.
And he was mysteriously attacked. Still got to figure that one out.
Right.
There's a lot of mysterious attacks lately, huh?
Brotherhood. And Dark State. Final warning. About to say, every time they say his name, Joe Hendry appears.
Mm-hmm.
Damn. You know, for a group of enhancement guys, I'll give Dark State credit where credit's due. They have become quite a formidable foursome. With them or against them? Interesting. Wait, Joe? That was interesting. You don't think that Joe Hendry would consider actually...
And he appears. I believe in Joe Hendry.
That being said, you wonder maybe if Joe Hendry needs to find maybe some motivational allies in his pursuit of maybe getting the TNA World Championship or finding a key win here at NXT. Well, speaking of something that's very personal, time to go to hell with the Glamour and the Juggernaut. Jordynne Grace, Blake Monroe too. This time, it is not going to be pretty. For both women, they're expecting it to become damn right ugly. And Blake Monroe, of course, who has instigated the Juggernaut, has been her undoing since costing her the chance to challenge for the TNA Knockouts World Championship while she was the NXT Women's Championship potentially at Slammiversary when she screwed her, stabbed her in the back at Evolution. And we saw at Heatwave what happened, Walter, as the Glamour overcame the Juggernaut, and Jordynne Grace has been questioning herself ever since then. And of course, Jordynne Grace has still been assaulting Blake Monroe every chance she could, saying that she is not what a real superstar is. Sometimes a dream is truly nothing more but a nightmare that you can't wake up from. And that nightmare for the Juggernaut is Blake Monroe. Not the first time I've seen Jordynne Grace question herself in this existence after double-legging Blake Monroe and causing her to shed red. What has Jordynne Grace unleashed with the woman from hell being so glamorous and so sinister? The Glamour and Hell was a match not made in heaven, but they were never meant to be separated. We're about to see exactly why WWE truly signed this former AEW Women's World Champion. Blake Monroe comes weapons in hand, dressed for a fight, not for a day at the salon, as Ava Rain turned this into a weaponized steel cage match, as these two couldn't wait to get their hands on each other. This is going to be interesting. The last time I remember seeing a weaponized steel cage match, I think, was literally Gigi Dolan and Jayne. Same rules apply to a weaponized steel cage. As I said earlier, you escape with both your feet hitting the floor, either through the door over the top rope, over the top, or you win via pinfall or submission inside the confines of the steel cage. Yeah, I'll keep that in mind, Charles, here. As again, we're looking at a VTR cold opener here. What's more dangerous than the Juggernaut besides what a Juggernaut can wield legally?
I don't know. These can be interesting. She's allowed to use anything she wants. And you know she's gonna want to rearrange that pretty face of Blake Monroe.
But there's a reason why Blake Monroe, Mariah May, calls herself the woman from hell. And for the first time in WWE, hell has arrived. And it will be unleashed inside a weaponized steel cage.
Close enough. I said this is probably going to lead to a Hell in a Cell between them, and it led to a cage with some weapons. Close enough. It is their own personal hell.
And point taken, as you see the WWE ring surrounded by steel and weapons galore, trash cans, steel chairs, kendo sticks, and who knows what else the Glamour and the Juggernaut might bring with them inside this atmosphere. We are about to witness all-out carnage here. The definition of no mercy is this match.
Tell me about it. I don't think anyone's gonna. Either one of them is gonna have mercy on one another.
Jordynne Grace adorned in white. I'm looking to think that she wants to have that covered in red by the end of this with Blake Monroe's blood. And of course, Jordynne Grace, previous challenger for the NXT Women's Championship, multiple times in fatal four-way action. Former trailblazing, record-setting TNA Knockouts World Champion. Royal Rumble participant, first ever Teenage Media champion, but has yet to hold gold or accomplish anything major here in NXT. and has had a roadblock thrown in front of her since the Glamours arrived on the scene.
Mm-hmm.
Not the first time we've seen Jordynne Grace, like I said, doubt herself. We think about how long it took to beat her forever rival in the Virtuosa, Deonna Purrazzo. And of course, that led her back to where she believes she belonged, in the TNA Knockouts World Championship picture, eventually capturing that. There's no doubt, Walter, if Jordynne Grace wins this tonight by any means, she has to have that confidence back in herself to pursue the NXT Women's Championship again.
Yeah, this has got a lot of implications to her future.
Enter the Glamour. Not dressed for a freaking day at Beverly Hills, but adorned for combat. This is going to be very interesting. I'm sure we're going to talk more about this as these women are going to literally barrage each other. I almost feel like Blake Monroe and Jordynne Grace doesn't want to pursue escape. They want to literally hurt each other as long as humanly possible.
They don't want to. They don't want to have any mercy on one another. Literally.
Well, what do you think's going to happen inside this, man? I mean, we see some crazy shit. We watch freaking Japanese wrestling. We saw what Mariah May did to Timeless Toni Storm in pursuing that freaking championship and almost killing her in the process.
Mm-hmm.
This may be WWE where the children play and we have to be PG, but I really feel like these two are going to show nothing less but ruthless aggression.
You know?
Someone's going to feel something here very shortly. Bell rings are underway and both women collide in the middle of the ring. There's never going to be pretty here, folks. This is going to be downright ugly and physically taxing.
Yeah, the only pretty things will be the competitors themselves. That's about it.
Well, I don't know if that's going to be true for too long here, let alone the violence. Swinging a miss by Jordynne Grace, stinger effect against the steel cage in those ropes as the Glamour, Blake Monroe, wielding a pink candlestick.
And Noah, just Jordan's wearing all white. Just saying.
I'm about to say the contrast here of someone with a pure heart versus somebody with a dark spirit. The tail of the tape itself with Blake Monroe and Jordynne Grace.
That won't be surprised if color is available.
And of course, Jordynne Grace now winning a weapon in this match and swinging on Blake Monroe's back. Not the first time the Glamour's been punished. Hoisting her up and planting with a spine buster on a pink steel chair. Cover, back press of her leg, and a 2 count. I mean, we've seen last man standing matches. We've seen all-out street fights. We've seen Extreme Rules. Here at No Mercy, particularly with the men and women. Let's not forget Tiffany Stratton and Becky Lynch went to the Extreme over there to see Women's Championship 2 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh. For a skull crusher finale, possibly, with Blake Monroe face first with that steel chair to Jordynne Grace. Double leg takedown, though, by the Juggernaut. Now hooking up Blake Monroe. And punishing her with a full Boston Crab. And bringing the steel chair. What is she doing here?
I don't know what the hell she's doing. Sitting on the chair.
Adding further pressure to Blake Monroe's back with that steel chair and her added weight sitting upon it, to your point.
Well, that's
Very
different.
there.
I don't think I've ever seen that.
I don't know how Blake Monroe was able to navigate her way out of that. I think that was just poor positioning on Jordynne Grace here, trying to innovate even more punishment with that steel chair in play and that submission hold. Again, you see right now, Jordynne Grace and Blake Monroe have held nothing to chance so far since the bell's rung. Now setting up a steel chair in the corner here, up against the door, I might add. And again, that might be very becoming if that door just breaks open. The front face lock here, as we're going to see how evil and ugly both these women are. Blake Monroe biting the hands of the Juggernaut. And Blake Monroe literally was able to fight her way out of there, biting the hand of Grace, but Grace hoists her up. Woo! Almost pushed face for that steel chair. Blake Monroe nearly collides with the steel chair. Sidestep. Oh, at full throttle goes Grace into the chair. The typical karma you talk about all the time in wrestling, Walter. She that sets it up suffers from it.
You know the old attitude.
Blake Monroe is a weapon herself, while Jordynne Grace claimed that the only weapon she needs are her own 2 fists. Clearly, it might take more than that here. Clash of egos here. We don't even have all egos and Page here in play, but you might as well say Jordynne Grace and Blake Monroe have their own size egos here.
I like the personalized trash can she got over in that corner.
Yeah, you know that was definitely set up by Blake Monroe here, looking to send something ugly where it belongs. And now bracing the hand inside the steel cage. What the hell is she doing here? Trying to maybe break the thumb of Jordynne Grace. A little bit of joint manipulation here. How naughty. Blake Monroe very happy with herself and what she's doing. A young competitor from the UK that's had this dream of being a WWE superstar since he was 12 years old and ended up going to Stardom. And what the hell? Is that a curling iron?
I guess.
I mean, again, we saw him go to a beauty day at the salon. A hostile makeover in play, cover with the trash can in play, and a 2 count.
I think they're looking to make each other over with these weapons.
But it seems that Monroe right now is just taking her time here, just having fun. And of course, we haven't seen this violent side of Blake Monroe when she first arrived. Everyone thought she was just another pretty face, Vince McMahon, blonde hair, blue eye, cover girl for Maybelline magazine. And now we're seeing why we enjoyed the glamour in a previous life. Ooh. And swinging a miss and Jordynne Grace. Grabbing the candlestick once again from Blake Monroe. Bit of a tug of war here with these 2 women. Swinging a miss as Briggs with the candlestick. Oh, it's Skull Crushing finale. Covered by Blake and 2 counts with a candlestick assist.
So many weapons are going to be at their disposal.
Well, we've already seen a candlestick, a steel chair, a trash can. There's a curling iron. There's a hair
dryer.
Is that there's a table. There's a
Is that a bowling ball bag or is that a makeup kit bag?
Oh, fucking no. This is WWE. They're weird.
I think that's a bowling ball bag or a purse or something.
Well, that's a hair dryer. I'm not sure how effective that is without power, but I suppose you can still use it as a weapon.
Yeah, you can crack somebody over the head with a Concussion City.
Yeah, right now, Blake Monroe dragging Jordynne Grace back to the steel cage and using the cord of the hairdryer to tie her up poorly in the second row, trying to make a citizen's arrest here.
Yeah, man, there's nowhere to plug it in, but you can short tie somebody up.
Well, again, at this end of the day, this business is not about friends. This business is about proving why you want to be the best. And sometimes you have to do it by any means necessary. As Jordynne Grace has had her hands tied down the second rope via a hairdryer, and now we got a handbag. And oh my gosh, Walter, those are scissors. You don't think she would actually? No.
She's gonna cut her hair.
No,
Wrong company.
No, come on now.
Hey, wrong company.
Hell no.
The scissoring is the wrong company, lady.
Blake Monroe giving Jordynne Grace a forceful haircut, cutting the locks of the juggernauts.
I don't think that was her hair anyways.
Blake Monroe truly wants to take everything away that makes Jordynne Grace who she is.
Oh, look at the tears.
Walter, you and I both know there's a line you don't cross with a woman. And one of those lines is taking away their own hair. I'm sure that's going to get a lot of money on eBay, though. The kids in the midsection, as Jordynne Grace was able to break free of the hairdryer.
It sure will.
I can only imagine how much Jordynne Grace has to be absolutely infuriated seeing her locks cover the canvas now. But
She's holding your hair.
Uh-oh, I think the Rage come out of Juggernaut! The Luthan's press now, Blake Monroe, realizing what Blake Monroe has done. Turning to She-Hulk here.
And charged.
Yeah, that's playing.
Uh-oh. Short clothesline.
Jordynne Grace just literally whiplashing Blake Monroe. Oh, God.
Damn, I heard that charge. I heard that chop from Florida to California.
Now hoisting Blake Monroe up as Blake might be looking for what is
that a
she
pink
doing
bat?
here? Oh! Whatever
hurts
she was
whether you're
looking
a
for,
woman.
she found a different base face of the top rope by Jordynne Grace.
Whether you're a woman or a man, that hurts.
Crowd chant, use
Get
the
that
bat.
bat.
That is a pink baseball bat. And Jordynne Grace, though, looking to use herself as a weapon, hoist out Blake Monroe. What the hell is she looking for here? Avalanche Samoa drop!
Batter's up. Come on, Jordynne.
I mean, I don't blame Jordynne Grace on what Blake just did. Cover, 2 kickouts. Getting that left shoulder up. Take a look at the replay here.
And not a botch pin.
You notice the way that Jordynne Grace landed on her left shoulder, though.
Yep. And just look at the hair all over the ground. That infuriates Jordynne more and more.
Especially when it's literally in her hands. And what the hell? Is that a... That's a giant belt. Uh-oh. Oh, no. Oh! Take the hide from Blake Monroe via a leather strap with a thick-ass belt, whipping Blake Monroe like a government mule. Jordynne Grace bringing her rage finally inside the cage. Yeah, I don't know what Jordynne has in mind with that pink trash can with the bottom.
Oh, is she going to do the Juggernaut driver right on there? Oh,
no. Let's not do that. Oh, face first goes Grace in the bottom of that trash can as Blake escaped certain doom to your point. Continue to look around and grab everything inside, including a trash can lid, and just tossed it to cause the side of the head of Jordynne Grace. Oh!
Does everything have to be pink? Seriously, though?
Well, it's Blake Monroe! Apparently, shotgun dropkick with a trash can lid to Jordynne Grace against the steel cage. And about to say, rib shot echoing my words of wisdom, simple wisdom for how to treat a woman. Here's a cover now by Blake Monroe, and Grace gets her foot on the bottom rope, which apparently rope breaks still matter inside a steel cage.
I don't know how.
You can. Shout out to Rib Shot, by the way. Good to see you, bruv. Again, now it's going through the head of Jordynne Grace and Blake Monroe here. They've almost used everything except the proverbial kitchen sink. That's not pink. What the hell? We got a little black bag. Wait a minute.
I know blood ain't pinky. We might see some pretty soon.
So they got a little black bag of fun, and that's a very rare thing to see in WWE.
Are these thumbtacks?
There's no way. Those are diamonds.
Diamonds. That'll hurt more than a thumbtack, I think.
Human zirconium or not, those diamonds are going to leave a mark on one of these two women, anything less than a beauty shot.
Oh, she's going for a slingshot suplex onto him, too.
Either that or a freaking, went to spinning back fist, miss, caught the leg, underhook, and now hooking up Blake Monroe. Oh! Both bodies crashing into the diamonds.
What the hell was that? A fisherman suplex almost?
Basically, that was a fisherman buster.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but Jordynne landed on some of the diamonds herself. Look on the replay.
Hence the word Pyrrhic on that move. But there's a cover by Grace, the far leg, and a 2 count. And this fight will continue here.
In this case, diamonds aren't a girl's best friend, huh?
Yeah, but this match ain't brought to you by Key Jewelers either. Oh my gosh, and Grace feeding Blake Monroe her hair. We've seen, though, this rage come out of Jordynne Grace before and cost her, though, Walter. I understand we're inside a weaponized steel cage, but she has to remain a little composed if she's going to win here.
Mm-hmm. It's hard to get when you are locked up in a cage with somebody you hate. The most difficult thing is to be composed.
Yeah, let's see right now what Blake Monroe and
is she gonna superplex her onto a can?
Oh, and a modified chop block purchased Jordynne Grace on the top turnbuckle. Grizzly man onto the spine of the Juggernaut, hungering her up in a tree of woe. Uh-oh. And now capping Jordynne Grace inside the trash can. And what the hell is Blake looking for here? Looking down at Jordynne Grace. And, oh!
I didn't know Trash Night was Saturday, but okay.
Double stomp in the trash can, crowning the Juggernaut Bad vibrations. That could be it. Chair kick out at 2. Grace's
That
body
wasn't
literally
pretty
almost
at all.
collapsed. Grace's, to your point, Walter, Grace's body almost literally collapsed inside that trash can completely.
Did you see that?
I felt it, proverbially.
Now she's going for the Slim Jim table.
I mean, it was the only thing not used in play here.
Snap into it.
Weaponized, of course, steel cage matches. Everything comes into play that's inside the cage.
Hey, man, there is a hell of a vicious side on Blake Monroe, no matter what glamour she does or the beauty of the... Is she using the table leg?
Well, we talked about how violent this was going to get, how much these two want to hurt each other, and Jordynne Grace right now might be looking for Alabama Slammer, to your point, on the table leg, sending Blake Monroe again into the steel cage.
Whoa, that's dangerous. The table leg? I haven't seen that table used like that, at least not in a long time.
Yeah, about to say, it looks like that steel cage might be rearranged by Blake Monroe's face. Blake Monroe right now in no state to even defend herself right now. And Jordynne Grace again rearranging the furniture, bringing the table closer to the corner. The energy of the audience and the rage and the visceral hatred of these two continuing forward here with a legitimate rage inside this cage. Face first goes Grace in the steel cage, though, as the table is set up very close here in the corner. Blake Monroe once again going up to the top rope, putting their own bodies at risk here. Grace, though, able to counter Blake and hooking up Blake. I sense disaster.
Blake Blake.
But look how wise Blake Monroe is driving the Juggernaut's head in the steel cage. Now maybe looking for an escape over the top. Both these women are at the top of this steel cage.
And the table's still right below them, but this time it's 20 feet down.
Someone's going to have a horrible fall from Grace, and someone's going to be sent to hell. All it's going to take is one bad slip, and we're going to see somebody crash and burn here.
These chops.
Both women looming on the edge of a lightning bolt here in the corner, high above the NXT universe. And a massive headbutt by both.
Well, they're safe. Neither one of them are Samoan.
Well, I still don't know if they're safe. But what the hell did Blake Monroe just grab there? And Jordynne Grace with a crowbar. Oh, and powder! Powder in the face of Jordynne Grace! Right in the face as she was going for a crowbar swing.
I thought that was like grip chalk. Yeah, it is powder.
Well, either way, Jordynne Grace has been blinded. And Blake Monroe...
Uh-oh!
Oh, no. Gonna try for the powerbomb. Jordynne Grace, though, trying to hook her up. Uh-oh.
That's the Jordynne.
Avalanche! Aaron Crash! Jordynne Grace with the win!
She landed right on top of her.
Blake Monroe sent to hell, courtesy of a blind avalanche air raid crash by the Juggernaut. Jordynne Grace, anything but pretty, shows how ugly she can be, and wins this weaponized steel cage match.
Is that Blake Monroe's first pinfall loss?
That's exactly right. That's her first loss in her NXT career, and Jordynne Grace has finally found self-sought redemption. Incredible fight brought forth by Jordynne Grace and Blake Monroe, paying for each other's sins, with the Juggernaut getting the win. Again, a survival tactic here by Blake Monroe. Last-ditch effort, powder in the face of Jordynne Grace with a crowbar in hand, and an avalanche air raid crash sent Blake Monroe back to hell where the glamour came from.
I'm 1-1 because I damn sure thought Blake was winning that one.
You and me both, but apparently the Juggernaut is not done with NXT yet, but she is done with Blake Monroe instigating her. The Juggernaut survives hell inside a weaponized steel cage.
You changed to Blake? I thought you picked Jordynne.
Well, I said that this goes in threes, but I'm saying right now, Jordynne Grace can finally look past the glamour. As we go to another commercial break, fuck streaming services. All right. But now they got a moment to breathe. Again, you know, it's a fun little steel cage match. Nothing that, you know, was something to write home about like Kyle Fletcher and Will Ospreay, but still, incredible effort by both the women. That definitely could be main eventers. Speaking of main event, stay tuned when we cover Saturday night's main event from Salt Lake City as John Cena continues forward for the last time on his retirement run right here at the Super Reliable Studios. As we got a moment to breathe, Trick or Treat will be in sight, Walter, for a lot of people's favorite holiday of the year. I could care two shits less. But there will be no escape from the mischief, the shenanigans, the tortures, the horror, the havoc that will come when we cover, somehow I might be on that because I have to cover NXT for Pete fucking sake, Halloween Havoc. Halloween Havoc, of course, is Saturday, October 25th. Stay tuned for more on that, folks. How many people actually give jack shit about Halloween, in my opinion, though? Like, seriously. You all
That's
just
my wife's favorite holiday. Watch it.
I don't give a shit. Dude, I'm as real as it gets. I don't give a fuck. I'm going to speak my mind. I don't give a damn. Anyway, I will say that Weaponized Steel Carriage match, that was all right. And both women are definitely feeling a toll from that.
I'm not used to steel cage match without color, though.
Well, it's WWE where we have to be PG. It's where the children play and not, you know. But I will say, Blake Monroe, Jordynne Grace, valiant effort and a physical violent outing. And I still wouldn't take care of that shit, honestly, against my worst enemy.
This show is flowing, though.
As we expect. As right now, the clear the ring's there. We go to Ava Raine backstage with an announcement.
Let's see what she says. She takes one day off, and all hell breaks off.
Which then leads to the chaos. Adele Tadars Con Solutions. What?
This Tuesday, teams will be announced Wednesday, Taylor and I each make our respective picks. Also, another match actually signed off on the NXT Dark State versus the TNA.
What? What?
Title for title, winner take all. Tag team champions Hardys versus the tag team champions Dark State.
There has to be a winner, no interruptions. Whoa!
7th, TNA versus NXT Survivor Series style matches. Hey, didn't I say that was going to happen? I just said it was going to be Survivor Series. Didn't I call Survivor Series style classic matches? Damn it, I'm on a roll.
I can't believe it. NXT Invasion, Tuesday, October 7th. It's NXT versus TNA in Survivor Series matches.
I'm on a roll, Noah.
Well, which side are you going to choose, folks? NXT or TNA? Prove your battle line, your allegiance. As what the fuck is Lash Legend doing?
Why is Lash Legend out here?
I don't know. No one gives a fuck.
We're going to get an improv too, her and Jada Parker, aren't they?
This is almost as bad as Flop Dollar. Why is she on my screen?
I like her.
Apparently, she's taking credit for costing Jada the win after taking that spear.
She's calling out TNA.
Hell no, not you, bitch. I know about that.
You got to get past Jada Parker.
This is a waste of time. Uh-oh, Walter, I don't think Jada's doing her. I think Jada's looking to waste a bitch. Dana Parker and Lance Legend fighting on the entranceway. I don't think everybody's going to trust either these two women to lead NXT to go backstage to Kelly Kay.
Ooh, I don't even know if NXT can get along to have valid opponents for NXT for TNA.
As we go backstage to Lainey Reid, who was unfortunately able to compete.
Let's see if she announces why.
Saying it's supposed to be her most important match of her career. Medical evaluation. Oh no!
Her foot or ankle.
Saying the moment she's clear, that speed towel is hers.
Gives a shit. Go after the women's title. Why do you give a shit about the speed?
You mean like Lola Vice, who's right there on your screen?
Yeah. Reminder: after the mortgage, get a Lola Vice shirt. Okay.
Queen of Ice Sailor going to bring that towel home and warning Lainey Reid, if you don't shut your mouth, I might literally make sure you're more injured. That leg's broken. So we got another commercial break. Fuck streaming services.
No, is that true? Is that Super Tuesday?
Wait. No, it's not. You fuckers better not have did that petty bullshit again. Even though people are going to be like, oh, it's not coincidental. Fuck that. We all know that WWE are petty as fuck. Let me go.
Wait, hold on. I got it.
I'm going to check. Let's see here. Shut up. October 7th, Tuesday, October 7th is Title Tuesday on AEW Dynamite. Yep, it sure the fuck is. You know what that means, Walter?
I don't have CW. Don't look at me. I don't have CW.
I don't have CW either. So unless someone actually credits us with CW, you guys are going to get that on demand. You ain't getting that live. Sorry, not sorry. We don't care for cable and satellite, especially for a piss poor network you can't reach. But that being said,
free trials.
But that being said, let's just go ahead and bring you up to speed. What's happened?
I like what you did.
Well, I have to speed matter for something. Anyway, Ava Raine has officially announced, come October 7th, it will be, courtesy of her and Santina Morella talking for hours, Team NXT versus Team TNA in traditional Survivor Series matches for both the men and the women. Not only that, it will be the Hardys versus Dark State for the NXT and the TNA Tag Team Championships. Winner take all. There has to be a winner, and there will be no outside interference, or people will be fired or suspended.
Let's speculate. I'm going to say Team Captain TNA, Joe Henry.
I mean, it makes perfect sense right now when you just saw him with Dark State. Imagine if they have Dark State be the representatives, by the way, for freaking...
oh, my God. Leon Slater is going to be a member of TNA. Tayvion Evans is going to be a member of NXT, and they're going to fucking tease the match from Bound for Glory.
That's exactly what they're going to do. It's just a matter of... only two members of Dark State that can represent NXT if that's the case, because remember, Dark State are the tag team champions, and they're the very parties. So just not think about Dark State. Remember what Steve Macklin once said: real TNA champions holding the line. Steve Macklin may no longer be TNA National Champion, but he's the one that fired the first Solvat. You know that match is going to involve Mike Santana, Steve Macklin, Joe Hendry, possibly Leon Slater. Now you just need one other.
Originally it was 4-on-4, and then they started going 5-on-5. So I don't know. And I'm gonna guess. I'm gonna guess NXT is gonna be Trick Williams, unfortunately. Oba Femi.
Can't argue that.
Ethan Page. They're gonna force people that can't get along, and that's what's gonna be the trick.
And that's gonna be their downfall, hopefully.
Javon Evans.
Bouncy.
And then we're gonna need one more. We're gonna have to figure out if it's 4-on-4 or 5-on-5. But that's gonna have hell of implications on Bound for Glory. That's only what, 5 days before Bound for Glory.
Exactly. It's that weekend after Tuesday. It's the weekend that follows. It's literally less than a week away afterwards. As we go back inside here, you just talked about ego. salute the face of North America. It's time for our NXT North American Championship match, and this is also accurate. I would say Pride, and now the NXT and TNA Tag Team Championships, if nothing else, Rib Shot. And yes, Matthew, it is. Title Tuesday and NXT Invasion are on the same night and the same time. Tuesday, October 7th.
Yes, way, Jose.
I had to make the reference. Tayvion Heights, of course, challenging for the North American Championship for the first time ever. Last defeated all Ego and Page in a flag match before Tyler Breeze came in to challenge for this title. As Tayvion Heights is looking to take a huge chance for himself since breaking away. But first, Ethan.
Ego. I don't even know if his ego will let him be on Team NXT.
Ego. And there's our Canadian friend Ash's favorite championship in WWE, the NXT North American Championship.
It is a beautiful title, you have to admit.
I mean, it's very, you know what? It's got personality, and the jury is out whether Canada is actually more stable than America. That being said, All Ego and Page, along with Chelsea Green, have already put down Tayvion Heights in mixed tag team action, as of course already defended this against the likes of the Team Morella and Ricky Saints. This is his sixth title defense, by the way, as he's been champion now for 122 days, calling himself the champion now of 3 countries and the best literally in North America to come from Canada.
United States, Mexico. No, what is it? United States, Canada, Mexico, Panama, Haiti, Jamaica, Peru. Okay, Animaniacs.
And not copyright. Copyright. The freaking Animaniacs country song. Come on now, Walter.
I love it though. I'm surprised I actually remember that.
When I was once a wee lad, I do remember that. Bell reigns are underway for this match that we are supposed to care about a little bit here. It is one of those things that Tayvion has been trying to break out on his own since leaving the no quarter catch crowd to being a Charlie Dempsey. But even Page is an opportunist. He has been nothing but an incredible champion who's done everything possible to make sure he can hold on to this title. And we also and we gotta consider this, Walter. He's gotta be looking past Tayvion Heights because he wants El Hijo del Dr. Wender Jr. and the Triple Latin American Championship.
Yep. By hook or by crook. Oh, it'd be interesting to see if El Hijo de Dr. Wagner is somewhere in the crowd.
Well, we saw El Hijo de Dr. Wender Jr.'s mask in the crowd this past Tuesday, and that distracted Ethan Page to the point that Tayvion Heights fooled him and got him to tap out.
But he didn't bite him regardless of who he thought it was. So let's see. It'll be pretty interesting.
Well, I mean, even Page, not the first time he was blinded by his own ego, for being perfectly honest here. Both men collide in the middle of the ring with the shoulder blocks, neither man given an inch. As I said before, even Page is going to his 6th defense tonight of the NXT North American Championship. His second reign, by the way, with that title, after beating Ricky Saints for it, has already defended successfully in fatal 4-ways, falls count anywhere, and against Tyler Breeze and Team Morella, Ricky Saints, and Sean Legacy.
You just talked about the Latin American Championship. What if Triple A gets involved? We saw what happened last night at Victory Road. What distracted?
Freaking El Macias. Fuck that guy.
Oh, shit. This might be very interesting.
I still say we're on the verge of WWE TNA sooner rather than later at this point. It's a scary thought. Nice drop kick, though. Even Page sent to the entranceway by Tayvion Heights. And swinging a mids, of course, Tayvion Heights has also been trained by the likes of Keiji Muto. You might better know him as the great Mora body drop on that steel walkway.
Yeah, that's all still. I like how that walkway leads directly to the ring like that. No space, but
yeah,
as a competitor, you won't like that.
Neither will your spine, particularly. Again, former N1 victory participant as well, like Josh Briggs. We saw Josh Briggs lose, though, in our opening bout here. Ethan Page with a smile across his face after that move. Not going to win out Tayvion Heights. Of course, champion's advantage. Target on his hands. We have pinfall submission inside the ring. Ethan Page, a veteran of the Squared Circle, despite the fact he was the chairman of his own promotion, A1 Wrestling, up in Canada. 18 years involved in this game, by the way, Walter.
That's a lot of years. And former TNA, so it'd be interesting when they have to split whose side is he going to be on.
To your point, one half of the longest reigning TNA Tag Team Champions in that company's history, the North, with Josh Alexander.
Oh, man.
Again, literally talking about 6 defenses. Ethan Page will rack up if he beats Tayvion Heights here again.
I think he will. Remember, Miles Bournes is in the wings waiting. Just
that
saying.
body drop, shoot the half, cover, hook the far leg, and a 2 count. Well, okay, to your point, even Page, he retains the championship. You think Javon Evans will go after him for that title?
No, I'm thinking it's Miles Bourne.
Oh, right, because Miles Bourne won that blindfold match.
Lights out.
No, it was a blindfold match. Just call it what it is. Against.
No, he won the blindfold match and then he won a lights out match.
Oh, okay, fair enough. Irish whip by Tayvion Heights.
That was this past Tuesday. He just won the lights out match. It was the opening match.
Got it. He beat Lexus King. Okay, because I remember one time it was a blindfold match. I wasn't sure which one was which. A personal guy doesn't surprise me.
Lexus King won the blindfold match. He cheated, but he won the one.
Okay, so that's why Miles Bourne got his win back. Got it.
Yeah.
He didn't miss.
Are you having issues with Peacock or is it me? Like it's like skipping a little back and forth?
No, so far I'm good on this service, but I still say fuck it. Now Tayvion Heights hoisting up Ethan Page, and again, damage down the back, unable to hoist him up. Why Ethan gets him up and over the suplex. Big suplex, cover now, and a 2 count.
Dude, give it to Ethan Page, dude. Tayvion Heights is not a small guy. The way he just suplexed him, it's a lot of strength.
Yeah, well, again, we talked about the ego of Ethan Page. We also talked about the experience, but to your point, Ethan Page has all the tools here. There's a reason why he's such an accomplished vet of the ring and in this business. For Ring of Honor, for AEW, and now here in NXT.
Well, sometimes the most egocentric person does have a little truth rooted in that ego, so you got to give him credit where credit's due.
And of course, Tayvion Heights beat Ethan Page, as we talked about earlier, in a flag match, literally a few weeks ago, after losing that mixed tag team match against Chelsea Green, who still should be the WWE Women's United States Champion, in my opinion. And Ethan Page back at Heatwave. Why couldn't Chelsea Green show up in a 9-challenge Super for the Women's North American Championship? Why the fuck did I call a 4-minute and 49-second spot fest?
Don't ask me. With a botch in the middle of it with that backbreaker.
You pointed it out after the fact, and I didn't point it out during the match.
And then, well, let's not forget, Tayvion, regardless of what under the rest or under tricking, he still put the ankle lock on and made Ethan Page tap. So this time, if it happens tonight, we got a new champ.
Well, I don't know how he's going to be able to even stand up after that skyline backbreaker across the top turnbuckle to Tayvion Heights back. Referee checking him on the outside. Take over the replay here, Walter.
Boom. Better that turnbuckle than the damn pole.
Sidewalk slam backbreaker across the top turnbuckle.
He was about 3 inches from the pole, too, man. Better than landing on the pole like that. Look, to give Ethan Page credit, look, he's not taking the simple count-out victory. He broke the count.
I'm about to say, at this point, the referee admonishing Ethan Page, though. Again, if Tayvion Heights cannot literally defend himself or continue here, you see him grabbing the small of his back, even sending him back inside.
Sometimes it's a ref's job to save the competitor from themselves. You know that, Noah.
Yeah, it doesn't mean they're a good job at it, though. And Ethan Page right now, his ego might be getting the better of him as Tayvion Heights is holding his ground. Ethan Page already kissing away Tayvion Heights' chances here. You see Tayvion Heights, though, fired up here, looking to square up against the NXT North American Champion.
Nice body shot.
Last third win. Oof. Again, will be enough to overcome all ego, to your point, probably before the fall, Walter. Big offense here by Tayvion Heights right now, who's bringing the straps down, is fired up.
You know what that means? Did he just hit a sling blade, by the way?
Yes, he did. A release sling blade. Jackknife flowed over in the fireman's.
Whoa, that was nice.
I say lifting Ethan Page up, and again, the back hold up doesn't look like it. Picking the ankle though on Ethan Page. Might be looking for the ankle lock here.
We just saw him tap to this Tuesday.
But again, how well can he hold that torque with that compromised back here?
Lay down.
USA chance raining out here as Ethan Page finds his way quite easily to the ropes. Tayvion not letting go of the hold though. Bringing it back towards center. Capture the head. Ethan inside cradle. Inside cradle. Shirts. And a 2 count. For a big high kick. A schoolboy roll up by Tayvion Heights. Cover 2. And kick out by Ethan.
Wow.
Front face left for twisted grin. Backslide counter by Tayvion. Cover 2. Count again. Oh! Big roundhouse disconnected by the champion. Hoisting up Tayvion. Looking for possibly Eagle's Edge. Dropping him hard in the cover.
It's over.
Tayvion kicked out though, but Eagle.
How the hell did he kick out?
I don't think he got the full launch, and I don't think he even wanted that actually, as he does immediately transition to a full Boston Crab, now putting all his body weight on the lower back of Tayvion Heights. Modified backbreaker of sorts here. And again, Tayvion's reach, his saving grace. He makes the rope for the break.
Mm-hmm. But look, damage done to the ankle. Look how he's holding his own ankle.
And both of these men right now showing the scars of battle.
Yeah, but I think I don't know. What's worse, your hurt ankle or hurt back, Noah?
I think it depends on what you exploit worse here. Ethan Page right now slow to follow up here, not following through with those big right hands. Tayvion Heights, though, going to the top rope here, staggered, and Ethan Page taking advantage.
Trying to shake it off. He's trying to shake off the pain off his ankle there. You see that?
And the word of the match is resilience for both men here. There's no denying that. As you see the prize at hand that's on the line here, the NXT North American Championship.
But I think you could do more with a hurt ankle than a back. Your back literally debilitates you.
And he's got a sleeper hold in the top rope here, and Ethan Page trying to drag the hair of Tayvion, though. What the hell? Oh, no.
Power slam.
Oh, God!
Wow.
What a power slam. But
Oh! Wait, Tayvion Gator rolled. Oh, okay.
Nope, that was a twisted grin. Turn that frown continually right side round. Ethan Page retains.
That was Ethan that Gator rolled. It kind of looked like it was Tayvion that did the roll, right?
To your point, yeah, but it was Ethan Page that fall through the power slam and turned it into twisted grin for the win.
A Gator roll into a twisted grin. That was kind of nice.
That was modified innovation there by the NXT North American champion, Ethan Page, still the face of North America, and in his own mind, the best to come out of Canada. And it was a crucial mistake by Tayvion Heights going up to the top rope and Ethan Page capitalizing. That was Tayvion's undoing here. To your point, Gator, I think it was Tayvion that was able to get some of the roll through, but Ethan maintained control of the hold. Twisted grin, back press. Ethan Page, still NXT North American champion.
Man, he's got more ways than one to win, man. You got to lock up for the Eagle's Edge and the freaking twisted grin.
I'm about to say, I'm not going to stand up for this Eagle, but I will say impressive defense once again by Ethan.
What? Oh.
Oh, he ended up the Lauderdale Jr.
It is Eagle. Hey, Ray. Hi, puppy. Hi, puppy.
What's his time here? Hey, Sloba. I have eyes on you and your American captain. And I see you.
Hey, hold that with Don Wagner now. Noah, look at my nephew. He looks like Bandino Jr. Look.
Nice. Well, as Ethan turns the page on Tayvion Heights' chance of the NXT North American Championship, he held up Dr. Wilder Jr. might be the new chapter for Ethan Page. Because it looks like he has eyes on Ethan Page's NXT North American Championship. As we go to another commercial break, fuck streaming services. Well,
wow. I told you AAA still has some implications too.
Well, I mean, clearly, because again, Ethan Page inadvertently was taken out of the equation by El Hijo Dr. Wagner Jr. as El Hijo pinned Bobblehead JD McDonough to hold on to his AAA Latin American Championship.
I got an idea. Noah, I'm going to talk to JJ. We're going to have to do, I want to do AEW live on that Tuesday, And then Wednesday, I have the CW app. You can see NXT the day after. Then we'll do it on Wednesday live. We'll do the NXT. It'll be, I mean, we'll do it retro app the day after. I feel like that's the only way to do it.
I guess I can call NXT on a Wednesday night since Diamond actually isn't on that night. Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
we'll see if it works like that, and we'll see if we can make it official. We'll see what happens.
Because we can control being in sync because you can watch it anytime you want on the CW. You can control, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I get that. Yeah, I know what I mean.
Yeah.
Shout out to Jigga Fatu that returned on Friday Night SmackDown last night, confronting Drew McIntyre, who's still a bitter Kevin as ever. Apparently is suffering a leg injury, as Monday Night Raw will come from Raleigh, North Carolina. Special start time, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. As we look towards Crown Jewel, will be Seth freaking Rollins versus Cody Rhodes for the Temu Super Bowl Ring Championship. We'll go backstage to a man you were talking about earlier with Kelly Kincaid and Miles Bourne.
What a coinkydink right after the North American Championship match.
Looking to be the 27th NXT North American champion, possibly. So that feels really great to put Lexington in review.
I'm telling you, it's going to be Bourne versus All Eagle.
Was blind, but now he sees. Been trying to walk his own path for NXT. W Universe embracing our people, are his family, embrace people who he is. Respect.
I'm jealous of this son of a bitch anyways because he has Stephen Vecchio in his arm.
Oh, get over it.
And Damian Priest has Lola. God damn it, I hate both of y'all now that I think about it.
And Miles Bourne says he's ready to defend this house.
Uh-oh! TNA Reacts. Is that to Tuesday?
What? I think Mike Satan has a message for Trick Williams. Wait, man, I think that's what Pendejo.
Pendejo!
I love that word. That's Trick Williams' new word now. He's a pendejo.
Trick Dejo.
Good to everybody takes to bring that TNA title where it belongs. At Bound for Glory.
I'm about to have the greatest 2 weeks in a row if everything I'm saying is about to happen. If I get Lola and Santana.
Walter, he just said too that he's storming right back through Trick Williams' door.
I told you. Didn't I call it? Frankie Kazarian, invasion, count me in. An invasion can be defined as an unwelcome intrusion. Will be prepared. Welcome to the current This is TNA International Champion and the King of TNA. Back to NXT Tuesday. I knew it.
Oh, great. The Crook's going to show up and cross the line. But clearly, TNA, it's all-out warfare. But
okay.
Well,
all right.
I woke up. You got to be professional here because this is a big money fight, big match feel, and this could be the end of the fatal influence in NXT as we know it. Champion and challenger making their way to the ring. Lola Vice, Jacy Jayne. Jacy Jayne only accompanied now by Fallon Henry. Lola Vice looking to bring the gold home to Vice City. Might be saying buenas noches to Jacy Jayne's run as NXT Women's Champion. Is it Lola's time, or does it fatal influence continue to ride high?
Besa la cintura, adios.
About to say, this guy's just going to speak in Spanish, how excited he is. So I'm going to let Walter speak there for the duration while I read the comments.
I just said kiss the title goodbye in Spanish.
Fair enough. Well, again, as we talked about here, I mean, we talk about verbatim, but I don't know what else there is to say. At the end of the day, Lola Vice has yet to be the NXT Women's Champion in her young wrestling career, transitioning over from Bellator MMA, where she won most of her fights via knockout. We've seen her be the strongest in the underground. We've seen her outlast Jada Parker under extreme circumstances. We've seen Lola Vice even cash in opportunity to challenge for the NXT Women's Championship and come up short in what is her 129th match in her career. She could become finally NXT Women's Champion.
Oh my God. Finalmente. Let's go.
Walter just can't wait for these fucking commercials.
I want to fucking hit fast forward on these goddamn commercials. Fuck streaming.
Fuck streaming services. Foot for life. Anyway, yes, Charles. That's
You know what
correct.
these streaming services are? Pendejos.
See me out, mano. I agree. Muy bien. Anyway, that being said, Charles, of course, talking about and trying to confirm again Invasion October 7th, Tuesday, October 7th. The Hardys versus Dark State. Winner takes all for both the NXT and the TNA Tag Team Championships. And again, right now, the Hardys are supposed to defend those titles against the Dudleys October 12th at Bound for Glory in one last table. A tables match October 12th. So keep that in mind. The Hardys can't lose against Dark State. Well, this is WWE. I'm just saying. The Hardys got to win the NXT Tag Team Championships. That would be a first-time accolade. Not the first time we've seen the Hardys, of course, try and challenge for those belts, let alone challenge the champions of those belts. At Roadblock, they defended their TNA Tag Team Championships against Frexium, and Frexium lost. The Tag Team Champions versus Tag Team Champions is going to be changed. Bound for Glory. Team 3D versus the Hardys. I mean, again, I guess it would be winner take all, wouldn't it? How everything has changed indeed. Jordynne Grace's got to be part of the women's team. That's a fair shot. We talk about the men as far as the women's team go. The women's team is wide open. I sure as hell don't trust that bougie bitch. That's for sure. Walter may be right when it comes to Grace. So I noticed Ava said Invasion would be Oba a strict title for title. Did she give away tonight's match? I don't know necessarily if she said that's going to be title for title as well. I didn't hear that. But if that is the case, then I imagine that would be Ram Becker. There has to be a winner. I don't know. 3-0, Matthew, of course. And Matthew saying Mamacita. You got a better plan, New York State of mind, so I'm glad you got more of a budget. We don't. As you look at Jada Parker versus Roxanne Perez match from 2024. Of course, Lola Vice also took on Roxanne Perez one-on-one for the NXT Women's Championship as well in 2024 and lost. And of course, the first time she challenged for this title was Vengeance Day 2024. Triple threat match, of course, against Lola Vice. Excuse me, botch. Lara Valkyria, defending champion at the time, and Roxanne Perez. She is going into her, second chance ever, I believe, for the NXT Women's Championship. As Vice City welcomes back home Walter's favorite Mamacita. Lola Vice, of course, who won a triple threat number contenders match at Heatwave last month against Jada Parker and Claudia Jordynne in the shadow of her hometown tonight, looking to bring the gold home to a city that knows how to party all night long, Vice City. There's Lola's family there at ringside in attendance tonight. Looking to see if she will leave with gold around her waist. This is Lola Vice's third chance ever at the NXT Women's Championship. Excuse me. Lola Vice with the fastest fists and kicks, as I said. Former Bellator MMA fighter, won most of her matches via knockout. Looking to become the 24th NXT Women's Champion. But does she have the antidote to this fatal influence? I wonder if Walter would claim this to be a bigger what the fuck than Jacy Jayne beating Stephanie Valkyria for the NXT Women's Championship.
What, if she retains?
Exactly.
Yes. I'm gonna turn into a pissed off. I'm gonna be worse than I just had to go away to clean up dog throw up. Don't piss me off and have this title retention on top of it.
Okay, so you're gonna turn to Jeff Jarrett without the guitar. Got it. Jacy Jayne, first W superstar, as much as I hate to say it, also the first ever to win the TNA Knockouts World Championship. Going to her fourth defense now, the NXT Women's Championship. Has held this title now for 122 days. But as you can see, Fatal Influence is now a duo, no longer a trio, as Jasmine Nix has been let go since being found unconscious this past Tuesday, saying the weak have to be slaughtered. Only the strong survive. Only the strongest will survive tonight, though, when it comes to that NXT Women's title.
122 days, and this is only her fourth defense. That's not a good... Sami Zayn defended the U.S. title in more times in a month than half these people. Like, when's the last time the tag titles on Raw got defended?
I forgot Raw even had tag titles. Let's go to Mike Rowe for the introductions. Besides, Monday Night Raw sucks.
Oh, bad.
Reid Walter. Lola Vice, welcome back home to your stopping grounds.
Get out. I'm streaming. Don't rile the dog up, please, guys.
Lola Vice, by the way, folks, is 27 years of age, has been involved 3 years in professional wrestling, formerly known as Valerita from Cuba, Bellator MMA fighter. Jacy Jayne, of course, formerly known as Avery Taylor, is 29 years of age, 9 years in the game, been trained by the likes of the franchise Ring of Honor, Jay Lethal and Matt Sydal, known as the Lady of Rock and Rumble. And that's what it's all about here, folks. The cornerstone of NXT, the NXT Women's Championship. A linear NXT held by the likes of Asuka, Roxanne Perez, Julia, Lyra Valkyria, Becky Lynch, Tiffany Stratton, India Hartwell, just to name a few, Io Sky, bell rings are underway. And of course, the baddest bitch before I've seen Lola Vice with the meanest fists, Shayna Baszler.
That title looks great, but it'll look even better around Mamacita's waist.
And right now you see Lola Vice squaring up against Jacy Jayne. I don't know if Jacy Jayne's going to win if this turns into a fight, though, even with Henry on the outside here.
Yeah, it's 2 versus, 6,000, because that whole hometown of Florida is behind Lola.
Again, side headlock takedown, though, by Jacy Jayne to Lola Vice here. And to your point, Jacy Jayne, who literally took a chance on herself, said that she is not a second wheel. And Shawn Michaels says, prove it otherwise. Jacy Jayne, who surprised the fuck out of everybody, beats Tayvion Valkyrie for the NXT Women's Championship on NXT Tuesday.
Oh, what the fuck?
The side headlock right now by Jacy Jayne, keeping Lola Vice grounded. This is very smart by the champion here. The biggest.
It backed me out. Hang on, no, I'm sorry. It backed me out and put me onto an Xfinity commercial.
Oh, that's weird. Well, I'll keep you posted here. Again, fuck streaming services. Of course, we know that Walter's service is tricking him right now, but the biggest treat still might come if Lola Vice wins the NXT Women's Championship. As again, we'll be back here covering Halloween Havoc on Saturday, October 25th. Stay tuned tomorrow.
Lola just rolled over and did a kick up for me.
Right now, roll through and a kip up. Oh, and Jacy Jayne took her down, though.
Okay, I paused it. I just unpaused it. All right.
Okay, so I want to make sure we're seeing for this match here. You got to give Jacy Jayne credit here right now, though, Walter. She's slowing Lola Vice down and keeping her grounded.
Lola just got back to her feet, bounced off the rope, shoulder tackle.
Yeah, we're perfectly in sync, dude. Drop down and sense on drop on Lola Vice. If Jacy Jayne beats Lola Vice here tonight, though, that will be a very credible win.
Blasphemy!
Run.
There's no if, Noah. Don't even put that out in the atmosphere.
Dude, I have to be play-by-play unbiased here. Calm down.
I'm just kidding. I know, Noah.
No, you know what? I love it. For once, I'm giving Walter, the biased Walter here. He's not going to be biased here. I mean, again, he followed Lola Vice to the transition. She's going to cross Africa, tapping on Lola Vice. Trying to hyperextend, but Jacy Jayne with the roll up.
Oh,
down, force the break.
Nice counter. That is the way to counter in professional wrestling.
You think about it again, the eye of the warrior, of course, the eyes of a fighter, the spirit of a fighter. Lola Vice, of course, like I said, coming from Bellator MMA, won most of her matches via knockout. Hammerlock right now, going after that body.
Couple of submissions, most knockouts.
Nice rebound, arm drag there off the second rope. Drop toe hold, catching Jacy Jayne face first. Axe kick to the back.
Shout out to Booker T with that axe kick.
And of course,
again,
Lola Vice also coming off wins alongside Mr. Iguana and Iglesia at Worlds Collide.
But that Jezebel is on the outside. She's going to play a major factor, man.
Yeah, about to say, Jacy Jayne right now sharing strategy with Fallon Henry here. And you got to consider they have to have a game plan here to make sure this fatal influence stays in play. Oh, man!
No need to discuss anything. Kick her ass out.
And right now, Jacy Jayne just driving the boots to Lola Vice in the corner here. Referee's discretion here, as long as Fallon Henry does not get physically involved here. Then again, you wonder if Jacy Jayne would give a shit. At the end of the day, it's champion's advantage. Lola Vice has to win via pinfall or submission. Counter disqualification means nothing.
Championship advantage.
Second ever chance for Lola Vice here as the arms right now bracing the top rope, and a vicious chop by Jayne. Jayne has got to be even more furious with the fact that she lost the TNA Knockouts World Championship last month at Heatwave against the now debunked Ash by Elegance. Again, I wish Ashley nothing but the best, whatever the future holds for her. Oh, and a body shot!
I hope it's something positive. Maybe she's pregnant. Yeah, it doesn't have to necessarily be negative.
Well, you do wonder what's a wrestler about something they literally lived a dream for their whole life. Covered now by Lola, gets a 1 count.
I have to be honest. If it was pregnancy or something positive like that, I think she would have said it. I don't think she would have just let it linger.
This is Adam Cole levels of we may not see this competitor in the ring again. And I don't give a fuck how I feel about a character. I never want to see a human being in this business that lives to entertain us literally lose it without a way of their own. Again, I wish nothing but the best for Ashley Bay. And again, thank you for being the stuck-up bitch that made me pissed off, but trying to push the TNA Knockouts World Championship. Takedown, jackknife, fold over, 2 count. And now look, a quick crucifix trap by Lola. Gets a 2 count again on the champion. Oh, geez, that kick was right to the midsection again. Pinpoint accuracy there, just bending, just ding down to 1 knee.
Come on, get that damn back fist. Stop. Nah, I love it, but now it's not the time for dancing, damn it. You can do that after you celebrate.
Oh, man, Big Sobot drives to CJ to the outside. Again, cannot win the title out there.
There's time for wrestling, and there's a time for wrestling and a time for dancing. You dance after the 3 count, not in the middle of your mat.
Precision style striking here by Lola Vice, though. Oh, face first goes Jayne against the announcer. Look at the show no mercy. Whoa! And
hello, table.
Out there, but Jacy just drove Lola into the steel ring steps. Uh-oh. And rolling.
Ah! Wait, but how much damage did Jacy do to herself with that cannonball? She literally hit her back and her tailbone against steel steps.
Well, you think about how pure that move was to your point, but the animosity, the envy that Jayne has against the NXT universe that says she's nothing more but a second wheel. I almost wanted Jayne is downing herself, pushing herself to prove that I can't hold this title. I can't be a front runner. I can't be a leader. Remember, when she was part of Toxic Attraction, she was the last part of that conversation.
She's doing this, mocking Lola right in front of her family.
And try to make this personal as possible. Sling blade takeover by Jayne. You're not sure if you got all of it. Shoots the half. Here's the cover. Hook on the far leg. Gets a 2 count.
Yeah, I don't like the way Lola landed. Like, that was like a weird landing after that sling blade. She almost like cracked her neck.
And speaking of cracking her neck, you see Lola grasping her head as it was bounced off the steel ring steps because that forward senton by Jayne with that distraction layup by Fallon Henley. Fatal influence coming into play here on behalf of the champion now. Snap suplex out of the corner to the challenger. Cover now, hook on the far leg, and a 2 count. At the end of the day, Jayne knows she has to do anything to hold on to this championship. She can do anything she needs to, but she has to win. For Lola Vice, she has to fight to win, but she only has 2 ways she can win to seize the title. Inside the ring, pinfall or submission. Jayne, who's held this women's championship now for a little bit over 4 months. Getting a little cheeky there, and Lola Vice not having any of it. Blocking the shot, kick to the hamstring, takes it.
Yeah, but her back just gave out.
And again, though, went for a Briggs kick. Jayne capitalized the backstab with distraction. As it goes to the cover, hook on the far leg, and a 2 count for the champion.
Woo! That was close.
Again, to your point, Lola Vice is heavily favoring her lower back. Oh, man. Bugging the spine of Lola Vice off that backbreaker. Or backstabber. Bracelet across the ropes now. Talk about precision striking Lola Vice. The precision timing here of Fallon Henry on behalf of Jayne has been very much on point.
You can talk all the shit you want about Jacy, but there's no denying her talent. There's a reason she did win that champion. There was a point where Stephanie Vaquero was seemingly unstoppable, and she pulled it off.
Yeah, no one expected Jayne to be in the conversation of currently holding NXT Women's Championship. Face first goes Lola Vice, and now a crossface applied by Jayne.
I mean, look at the caliber of opponents back here defeated defending that title.
And Julia, Jada Parker, Jordynne Grace, Bailey, Cora Jade, Roxanne Perez, just to name a few.
Who's who of the division.
And right now, you see how much she's proven why she is the NXT Women's Champion. Vicious crossfades across the bridge of the nose and the eyes of Lola Vice. Lola trying to break the grip, trying to find her perspective. Sees the ropes in front of her. Jayne adjusts the position, though. And again, Parker extending the back in the process has been heavily worked over as Lola finds a way back to her feet, still unable to break the S-grip, and pushes the champion in the corner to try and force the break. Still holding on and finally finds freedom.
That was smart because she had her knee on her back while she had her in that submission.
Schoolgirl. And 2 count.
Crossface!
And submission here, point crossface, and the edge grip across the jawline of Jayne. Side of the face here, bracing her knuckles against the side of her head.
She doesn't have it complete. You got to stretch that other arm out when you're doing a crossface.
Well, again, that goes back to the damage done, though, earlier.
Yep.
The game plan by Found Henry and Jayne has been to exploit Lola Vice's core, Lola Vice's back, and it's worked. Oh! What a kick, though. And another follow-up kick here.
Tornado kick.
Tornado kick again. Lola Vice trying to light up Jayne here. In front of her fan, in front of all Fort Lauderdale, Florida, just outside of Vice City. Lightning fast kick combination in the corner.
Uh-oh. Hip attack.
And family right now pleading her on at ringside here, though. But I wonder if she's taking too much time.
Yeah, I think so. Hoo-ah!
Looking to back it up in the corner with the hip attack with extra malice. Lola Vice right now in the driver's seat, hooking up Jayne. Backdrop suplex. Putting her in half, but Jayne immediately rolling to the ropes to prevent an attempted cover.
Smart.
But also, whoa, a spinning back fist nearly connects as Jacy goes to the outside.
That shit almost came out of nowhere.
And Lola Vice, though, with the own Sansan weapon out Found Henley.
Strike!
But she only got 1 pin, though. Jayne back to her feet. Whoa, bicycle!
Damn.
That pump kick just knocked Lola Vice out.
Holy shit. I guess he said I got out of frame. Jeez.
And 4 count, though, being employed here by the referee here.
I didn't realize I was on a frame. I let myself roll completely back. Yeah.
It's all good. Jayne back inside the ring, and Lola Vice back to her feet, staggering here. Whoa, went for the rolling encore. Whoa, the rolling kick connects. And a cover that might be it, but there's no chance. We got a new. No.
I think the ref got pulled out.
Yeah, he did. Found Henry pulled the referee out of play.
Son of a bitch. I was ready to jump, Noah.
Ejected! Found Henry has been ejected from ringside.
Stop paying attention to what's going on the outside. There might be a new member of Fatal Influence that comes out of nowhere. Come on.
I'm about to say she literally ripped the referee out of the equation, though.
Lucky she didn't get disqualified.
Well, meanwhile, back inside the ring, Jayne trying to counter. Schoolgirl roll up, reversal, and a crossface chicken leg.
She gonna tap?
Jayne out, get out the ring. Will she tap? Will he get a new champion?
She's gonna tap.
There's
She's
no
gonna tap.
go.
She's gonna tap. Tap, bitch!
Of glory as Lola Vice, Jayne reversal though, shoulders down. Oh, and had to relinquish the hold to save the matchup.
Oh my god.
You all right, Walter?
Yeah.
Oh, face first goes Lola Vice to the top turnbuckle. Big right hand by Jayne. Big knife edge chop by Lola Vice. We now have a 1-on-1 match. The back fist covered by Jayne. Kick out at 2 by Lola. That was freaking close. That's as close as it gets without the 3 count, folks. Look at this. That back fist glocked Lola. There wasn't a lot on that kick out, but to Lola's great, there wasn't a lot of body weight on that cover. NXT Women's Championship on the line here. My main event. Lola Vice's second ever chance one-on-one for the title. Third ever chance overall for the NXT Women's Championship. First chance this year. Lola's family at ringside. And Jayne in front of an entire sold out, whatever this building is called here. Running in with her own jumping hip attack to the corner of Lola Vice. Back elbows connecting. Right to the teeth.
Oh my God.
Jayne again trying to prove why she is the fatal influence here of NXT and why she is the champion. Looking to make a statement in front of Lola Vice's family.
She's going to turn right into a back fist.
Oh, Lola wasn't able to get all of that, though. Got a back elbow, though. Now going up to the second rope. Hooking up Jayne. What the hell?
Tornado DDT.
Right position here for something like that. Tornado
and
DDT.
She held on. Oh, she held on to a guillotine!
The guillotine in the ring! And there's no Jayne to go! To the neck, to the head! Trying to fight her way out of it! Getting a pushing Lola Vice to the corner. Lola Vice still holding on, though. Still can't let go as Jacy finally forced Lola to release her head.
You gotta be fucking kidding me.
What a battle here by Jayne. Even with Lola Vice being involved for the duration of it. No longer a factor here. Credit the locker room full of capable women here that could be the NXT Women's Champion right now. All looking for that opportunity. All skying to see who's going to hold that title after this match. Lola going out to the top rope. This lady in the match, I'm not sure if this is a wise move either, especially with all the damage done to that back. Ooh! Knee to the face, practically. I mean, shot to the spine as Lola's perched on the top rope. Just even imagine what's going to take for Jayne to put Lola Vice down. Might take an avalanche backdrop. Suplex! Belly to back suplex by the champion. Bang! Running knee. That is it. Jayne has no.
Woo! Oh my God.
That fighting spirit of Lola Vice has not been knocked out for the 3 count yet. Much to Walter's delight and Jayne's dismay.
Is there a doctor in the house?
Right now, Jayne's in disbelief like you are. Your disbelief in positive fashion, Jayne in negative fashion, and desperation might be seeking in as she clutches the only influence she has left in this division, the NXT Women's Championship. How valuable is it, Jayne? What are you willing to do to get the win? Get disqualified? Referee taking the title, though. Oh, wait a minute. Schoolgirl, roll up, cover, and kick out.
Back fist, please, back fist.
The sidestep. Again, high stack, roll through, schoolgirl. Oh, able to kick out again. Super kick to the midsection by Jayne. Drops Lola Vice to a knee. And Jayne back to her feet, though. And Lola Vice, big first kick of her own, rocks Jayne against the second rope.
She got it right in the jaw. And look, the ref still didn't throw the title out. That might come into play.
Well, right now, we're looking at the 2 women just duking it out in the ring. And again, those lightning fast kicks. Went for a big high kick. Rolling encore. Lola Vice on the outside. But Jacy's still out in the middle. Lola's got to recover. Lola's got to... Oh, what the fuck?
I told you there was a new member.
Someone just dropped Lola on the outside.
I told you there was a new member. Didn't I say it?
And couldn't feed the night. Just knocked out Lola Vice. And the referee started the count.
I told you there was a new member. I told you.
Lola's not moving. Referee's at 4. We're up to 5. Up to 6. The NXT is trying to rally Lola Vice, but to consciousness. 7. 8. Her body collapsed. 9. It's over.
Woo!
The 10 count.
Stop dick teasing me, God.
Rolling encore.
It's over.
Jayne retains. Lola's dreams, buenas noches. Lola denied the NXT Women's Championship tonight in front of her family.
I fucking knew it. I had a feeling. I said there might be a new member. I called it.
Jacy Jayne's fatal influence over NXT continues with Lola Vice as her latest victim. Jacy Jayne prevails at No Mercy.
As soon as she got kicked out, I knew there might be a new member.
Was a new member? Was it freaking Fallon Henry that got suited up? We have no idea who that was. All we know is someone couldn't Bennett knock Lola Vice out and just cost Lola Vice the NXT Women's Championship. We thought she had that Easter on her own earlier.
Watch it be Mandy Rose or somebody.
Here was the turning point, Walter. Take a look. From out of nowhere. Bam! This couldn't feed like a thief in the night. Not Lola Vice out, nearly for the 10 count. As Lola Vice's will kept her from losing the 10 count, she ran to a rolling encore. That rolling elbow. And Jacy Jayne retained.
I bet you it's somebody from NXT, from TNA.
Well, whoever it was, the only thing you gotta realize, Walter, based on what you said to me, Ding, your mamacita lost. Jacy Jayne is still NXT Women's Champion. And the title will not come home to Vice City as we go on a commercial break. Fuck streaming services. Seriously, though, dude. Folks, let's take a moment here and check on our friend. Walter, you okay, man?
I'll be all right. I might not. I think I'll stick to watching the NXT because I thought in the middle of the match, as soon as they kicked her out, I said there's going to be a new member. It was too obvious.
And again, the hometown curse in WWE continues as the crown jewel of NXT remains under the fatal influence of Jacy Jayne. Speaking of crown jewel, fuck ESPN. Again, Cody versus Seth. We now know it's going to be Stephanie Vacchia versus Tiffany Stratton. Thank Christ. Even though it's for Team Usubo Rings, stay tuned for Crown Jewel. We will try and cover it here at the Cinnabon Studios if we have an ESPN budget. Again, WWE's not worth $30 in my opinion. And again, we'll be back here later next month to cover all the tricks and treats for NXT with Halloween Havoc, as well as TNA Bound for Glory. That and so much more ahead here at the Simply Reliable Studios as we take a look at your comments here. At the end of the day, Charles was holding out as much, it seemed, and family members checking on Walter. Interactive Games and Movies saying, I told you, Walter, like I said in predictions. And congrats to those that were right. Jacy Jayne is still NXT Women's Champion. Matthew now 3-1. I think I'm the same way, honestly. Damn it. I think a lot of people want Lola to win. No one more than Walter when he freaking absconded with my freaking sleeper dating. Again, to bring you up to speed on the results, Jalen Evans beat Josh Briggs. So Ruca beat Jada Parker, still speed champion, but that match got thrown out because Lainey couldn't compete. Jordynne Graves beat Blake Monroe in the Weaponized Steel Cage match. Ethan Page beat Tayvion Heist to still be NXT North American champion. And as we just saw, Jacy Jayne is still the NXT Women's Champion, being Lola Vice, as we have TNA reaction with Moose.
Son of a bitch! Woo!
There's the rage. I was wondering when that was going to come out. You feel better now? Did you get out of your system?
Yes.
And it sounds like the system is going to be there Tuesday. Moose.
I sure am. Get interactive. I sure am.
My TNA will always be the superior brand. And again, Mustafa, Lee, you were reading tweets earlier. I'll read this one. Let it be known to friend and foe alike, we did not start this fight, but we will continue it Tuesday and put the final nail in the coffin of this war at Invasion. Rivalries aside for TNA to prove NXT, fuck you. We are above you. We are the brand to watch and to look forward to, not you. And of course, we know now NXT Invasion will take place 2 weeks from Tuesday, but this coming Tuesday, Last Legend and Jada Parker are looking to pick things off where we left off earlier tonight. It's Last Legend and Jada Parker 1-on-1. this coming
W-
Tuesday on NXT.
WWE and their counter programming petty bullshit.
And we also are going to learn the teams for NXT Invasion this coming Tuesday by the director of 40, Steve Marella, and the NXT general manager, Ava Rain. And why it might be mutual with these two, we know for sure will not be mutual with whoever they pick to represent their brands.
They're gonna force people that don't get along together. Watch.
And of course, it's time now for our main event. While your rage may show no mercy, we will see if Femi absolutely shows no mercy to Ricky Saints. It's time for our main event here at No Mercy for the NXT Championship. Can Ricky Saints defeat the ruler, or does the result remain the same? Femi, Ricky Saints, NXT Championship. No, Giles, don't let Jesse all the time, so stand and deliver. I'm just looking at the comments here real quick. My cousin, my blood, my familiar is about to become NXT champion. Well, DJ Mutkin holding out here for Ricky Saints. Good to see you in the chat, by the way.
There's got to be at least one if you seek to change hands.
I mean, does there have to be? I don't know, dude. I'm just saying.
For my blood pressure's sake.
Well, tranquilo, mi hermano. Tranquilo. Anyway, think about the way to those that are tuning in here across all brands here at the Simple Apple Studios. If you haven't already, follow us on the X, SRS Studios 2024 for everything that we cover and all the content to be found. Subscribe to Rage of Wrestling, Batting for Wrestling. Subscribe to Cassie 18 Studios. And at the end of the day, I'm happy to be a content to encourage you to just to laugh and enjoy wrestling too. It's absolutely as simple as that. With that being said, I hope that you all have enjoyed this coverage and conversation. Please like, subscribe, comment, tell a friend. And please stay tuned with our next coverage to come, including tonight's Saturday Shenanigans, Legal Moderate Conversation of Wrestling Matters, hosted usually by Mega Wrestling Jayne Williams. I might have to step up to the plate, though, if he's unavailable due to other priorities. And again, if you haven't already, subscribe. Come on, give my friend some love. Let's help him with his blood pressure. Subscribe to Rage of Wrestling today. And again, to those that are tuning in for the first time, thank you, by the way. Interactive Games and Movies. First time I see you in the chat. It's great to see you. Hope that you are doing well and enjoying the content. DJ Muck, as a regular. Charles, Matthew, Ribshot. Appreciate all of you. And I don't like it, but it's how it's going to be. There's a reason why I got the sign in my living room. It is what it is. Simple as that. And Matthew's saying, let's be honest. It's AEW that I'm moving to Tuesday on the 7th, not NXT. Plus, we don't know how soon the TNXT event has been planned in advance. Tony Khan will have to bring the A game. Hey, Matthew, let's be honest here. You don't watch AEW like me. They've done Title Tuesday every year around this time because this Wednesday marks AEW Dynamite's 6th anniversary. This is AEW's spot anyway this year, not NXT. But at the end of the day, don't try and be like that, folks. Choose what you want to choose. Watch what you want to watch, and let's see what happens.
Sorry, I have to go to my happy place. Hang on.
Okay, go ahead. And again, we also know here at the Simple Studios, beyond covering what's ahead this week, with Dynamite Anniversary, Title Tuesday, NXT Invasion, I'm sure Jay is going to make that official because Lord knows he loves to make me work every fucking day of the week. We have Bound for Glory, where we know it's going to be Leon Savage, Javon Evans for the TNA X Division Championship. We know we got Marigo at the end of the month when Mayu Iwatani takes on Io Shirai, Io Sky of WWE for the 3rd time ever, by the way, in their respective careers. 2 of the greatest people that ever come out of the Joshi Puresu circuit of wrestling, Japanese strong spirits, daughters of stardom. We know that we also have so much more to come with Halloween Havoc for those that care about it. There's a lot still ahead here as we head into October. So let's come out here with a positive demeanor. And we get ready for an absolute carnage warfare. Time for our main event here at No Mercy. Ricky Saints versus Femi. Will the revolution be televised or will the result remain the same? Come on, Walter. Let's get ready. Get in your game face.
Oh, I got happy. You didn't see the graph I put up? I'm in my good place now.
All right, just want to make sure.
That was the Bound for Glory graphic, man. I'm happy now.
All right, good deal. And figure, by the way, for those that tuned our coverage last night of also TNA Victory Road, again, congratulations to Kalani Jordynne as the new TNA Knockouts World Champion, who will now defend that title against Indy Hartwell at Bound for Glory. You might want to get that graphic up as well because Indy Hartwell needs to save that and bring that home to TNA. As we get ready now for our main event here, absolute Ricky Saints for the first time ever pursuing the NXT Championship. a former AEW Tag Team Champion, NWA Television Champion, and former NXT North American Champion. As with Ricky Saints to prove tonight that he is willing to do the work and he is ready to take this spotlight and the throne of the ruler. While other
How did we
believes, go ahead. Man of that time here, No Mercy. You were saying, Walter? There you go, J. Mutt King. And hopefully that dream comes true. The revolution to be televised. The result to remain the same. And here comes the most unstoppable force in WWE this year.
I was saying, how did we get to the main event already? Sheesh.
Because, again, WWE is short content. And still more advertising than content. But nonetheless, we are here now. And Oba Femi has arrived to defend his throne. Moose's theme is still better, by the way. Fuck that, Rebel.
Who?
The ruler of NXT, Oba Femi Walter, has been NXT champion now for 264 days, going into his 11th defense tonight, with wins over Javon Evans, Josh Briggs, Yoshiki Inamura, Jasper Troy, Miles Bourne, Austin Fury, Grayson Waller in a handicap affair, and Eddie Fort. Since New Year's Evil in January, no one has been able to beat the ruler of NXT.
Oba.
Including the face of the franchise himself in TNA, Moose. Eventually, a king has to be dethroned, but what does it take to stop a ruler? Let's see if Ricky Saints absolutely has the night. Mike Rome, take it away from our introductions. This is our main event tonight, folks, at NXT No Mercy.
Oba's gonna kill you.
That might be accurate. Oh, boy. I mean, again, in No Mercy history, that also has been an actual factor. Challenger from New Orleans, Louisiana, Absolute Ricky Saints, formerly known as Absolute Ricky Starks.
Dude only weighs 200 pounds. He's about to give up like 130 pounds.
35 years of age, 13 years in the game. 110 pounds, actually, Walter. But still, 27 years of age, 2 years in the game, brought through the NIL program from the University of Alabama in track and field. Your unstoppable ruler of NXT, the Nigerian warrior, Oba Femi.
That's even scarier. The man's only 27. That means he's got a big future ahead of him.
And the thing, he has no prior wrestling experience before NXT. He is a collegiate athlete turned into a WWE superstar. And there you see the cornerstone of the Black and Chrome, the NXT Championship. A title held by the likes of Shinsuke Nakamura, Samoa Joe, Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens,
The Glorious.
Carmelo Hayes, Ilya Dragunov. The rings are underway.
The Glorious. Bobby Roode.
Tommaso Ciampa, Johnny Gargano, Karrion Cross, Killer Cross, Finn Balor, and even Adam Cole, baby. As we get ready here for our NXT Championship match.
I got 3 words for Ricky Saints. Stick and move.
Well, that might be his only saving grace to avoid a fall from grace, for being perfectly honest here. Oba Femi, again, one man that is a future, no doubt, main eventer. It's just a matter of where and when.
I guarantee there's going to be an Oba versus Braun Breaker sometime in the future.
I feel like people are already clamoring for that face-to-face, as much as they're clamoring for Braun Breaker versus freaking Jacob Fatu. And Oba Femi already exercising his will. Irish with Ricky Saints, hard in the corner. Ricky Saints gets booed up, though.
This WrestleMania, we're probably going to get Braun Breaker versus Brock Lesnar.
Bro, you're trying to kill Braun Breaker. of course, we saw last night on Friday Night SmackDown, Timothy Stratton, who previously was on this stage in the main event, challenging Becky Lynch for the NXT Women's Championship, retained her WWE Undisputed Women's Championship, thankfully, against the Fridge Nia Jax and Jade Cargill. Inside headlock right now. You talk about the weight differential here, but the experience factor might be Ricky Saints' saving grace. Let's not forget, Ricky Saints has been in the ring with the likes of the all-time greats, including the American Dragon, Bryan Danielson. Do you think that Open Femi is looking past Ricky Saints at this point, though, Walter?
No, because there's nobody to look past, too. Like, I think he's focused. He takes his opponents one at a time. He It's like a collection on his wall of like deer heads of the people he beats at this point for over.
Well, think about what we saw this past Tuesday. I covering out the scoop slam and a 1 count. It's almost like when Trick Williams instigated himself back in that equation. He was just all talk. He immediately forgot about Ricky Saints. You almost wonder if he finds pretty much Ricky Saints and Trick Williams annoying versus valid competitors.
I know Trick is annoying. He shared the ring with Trick. What is it? The 4th time already? Last night. Yeah,
those times already over the NXT Championship. Again, it was Trick Williams, Javon Evans, and Open Femi triple threat match, and Open Femi retained that night. Again, catching Ricky Saints out of the corner, hoisted up. Ricky Saints lands on his feet though. Get to the midsection, and Ricky Saints trying him out a comeback here. Single leg kick to the side of the head of Open Femi.
Damn, he twisted him with that kick to the jaw.
And not often you see Open Femi down the early going. Swinging away right now as Oba once again back up to his feet.
You think,
like you said,
think Ricky's size plays against him, man?
Well, it's one of those things, the intangibles of the tail of the tape here, where strength not necessarily is in the size of the warrior, but the heart of the competitor. As Ricky Saints might be looking to go old school, and Oba Femi says, fuck that shit. Hoisting him up. No showboating here against the ruler. Waist lock, slip out of the bag, and Open Femi looks like a Connor roll, but denied Ricky Saints that. Drop kick, though, by Ricky Saints. Rocks the ruler. Still on his feet, though. Ricky charging in the back of Oba with the knee, sends Oba to the outside of the ring. And Ricky Saints, like I said, former NXT North American champion, Defy World champion, FTW champion. Oh, I call it right on the right hand. And WA World Television champion. That was a big shot there by Open Femi. Just clocked Ricky Saints.
Mm-hmm. You gotta remember, even if it's a small blow, one blow by Oba just feels like a hammer coming down on you.
Yeah. You heard the thud of the knuckles to your point on the side of the head. Again, what's that saying Mike Tyson has? Everyone's got a plan to get punched in the mouth.
Uh-huh.
And knee driven into the shoulder blades.
Nothing more accurate has ever been said.
And stomp right to the lower spine of absolute Ricky Saints. Ricky Saints, of course, who beat Shawn Spears to win the NXT North American Championship before losing it to All Eagle Ethan Page. And almost losing his voice in the process. Now being caught in a backbreaker, still maintaining position. And Open Femi right now might be playing with his food. And again, hoisting up Saints.
What is this? It's like, I thought he was going to go for a Uranagi, and then he just does a backbreaker out of it.
Again, just literally breaking down his opponent. And a hat trick of backbreakers to the challenger. Cover, back press, and a 2 count.
If he ain't going to break his back, he's at least trying to break his will, Noah. Trying to take the fight right out of him, making sure that Ricky Saints has nothing left.
Jacy Jayne with her successful 6th defense. Open Femi looking for a successful 11th defense tonight. And body shot here. And you think about, again, what you talked about the incoming invasion show. You imagine if Open Femi would want anything to do with Ricky Saints on the team, whether or not he is NXT champion.
If he loses, he'll be pissed. And he might take that out on TNA competitors.
I'm about to say, trying to quickly break down Ricky Saints here. Just a quick day to the pay window here. A short day's work for the ruler, preparing for the inevitable war against TNA. I mean, I'm all for Open Femi versus Moose again, though, honestly. Do that versus Trick Williams. Trick don't deserve it.
He doesn't. He doesn't get paid by the hour. He doesn't need to take his time.
That's fair. We've seen this guy literally collide with giants. And right now, Ricky Saints laid out on that steel walkway. Referee's trying his 10 count here.
I can't wait for Oba to be on the main roster. Holy shit. You can give me Gunther versus Oba, Ron Breaker versus Oba.
As long as they don't fuck it up. At the end of the day, you're still doing main roster booking, okay? And main roster booking is touch and go. Let's be honest here, Walter. There's a reason why you and I actually acknowledge even this NXT more than the main roster altogether.
Yeah, a lot more go than touch.
Fair enough. Bad big uppercuts.
European uppercut.
Even in the black and chrome, while I'm TNA faith and I say fuck this brand, I still will be NXT over main roster WWE for life. Chill out applied by Oba Femi to Ricky Saints. And again, applying more pressure to that lower back, driving his knee into his lower lumbar in the process here.
Well, I know what side you're going to be on TNA versus NXT.
You're goddamn right, because I don't work Tuesday nights. And neither does Attila. Shout out to my Nola TNA.
Well,
and Attila, please follow her when it's wrestling time at Rangers of Wrestling, folks. Whether it's about Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh, Power Rangers, or TNA, follow Attila here at the Super Liable Studios.
we're going to have to work October 7th, Tuesday, regardless, because we got to do AEW.
Well, that I don't mind, because that's a tradition after the anniversary that I actually enjoy, and has actually had championship changes that are noteworthy. Rib breakers now, but we'll talk more about that later. This is NXT. This is for the NXT Championship. And Oba Femi is rearranging the spine of Ricky Saints across the top turnbuckle pad here. Again, you see Booker T and Ricky Saints watching on here as close as they can from ringside from this small but sold out venue. And again, Oba Femi just stretching Ricky Saints like a horseshoe across the top turnbuckle. Just further wearing down his challenger. Nice rising knee strike, though, along the side of the jaw. I think it caught him in the forehead, actually. That might have just infuriated the ruler. Back elbow strike. Trying to create separation. Spearing up the second. Uh-oh. Got caught. Got caught. Got caught. God!
If this match has just been a regular ruler, I would hate to see a pissed off version of him.
Well, I'm about to say, when was the last time Oba Femi was absolutely pissed off heading into an NXT Championship defense? Here he's as composed and as dominant as ever. Look at this choke slam. God!
Like swatting
him through that freaking logo in the ring. And it's not an NXT logo, it's an advertisement, but got a deep 2 count for it as Ricky Saints kicked out.
It's almost like a swatting a fly for him at this point.
Sidestep, schoolboy, the roll up by Ricky Saints gets a 2 count. Again, hit and move, hit and move, hit and move. The Ricky Saints MO that he needs to do. Now an arm wringer after the jumping knee. Once again, trying to walk the ropes.
Little old school.
And again, still trying to move old school against the new school here. Going up the ropes again. Big forearm strike. Up the ropes again goes Ricky Saints. Trying to take the ruler off his feet. Oba Femi still refusing to go down. And finally taken down.
3 times the charm.
But look at him immediately get back up to his feet, staggering to the corner. Ricky Saints trying to fall through, though. And again, Ricky Saints on the attack here. You talked about what he needs to do. And I don't think this is why. So with all the damage done to his back, you don't try and do a strength offense against Oba Femi here.
Well, adrenaline.
Oh! Turn it down with Samoan drop. Cover the Lara press at 2 counts.
What's the first line of Cody Rhodes' song? Adrenaline.
Yeah, well, Cody Rhodes is also somebody that went from undesirable to undeniable. And obviously, Ricky Saints is absolutely looking to follow that mantra.
See what
Hoist up the 300 plus. Whoa, pop up, lands on his feet. Turn back around, got confidence and graded Oba Femi. Ricky Saints again, looking to fall in. Went for the spear and Oba with the side step. Just got swatted, basically, went face first in the canvas. Uh-oh, pop up. Ooh! Uppercut, good night, cover, kick out.
We went from Florida to Europe in an instant with that damn uppercut.
And no kidding. Once again, Ricky Saints still fine back, though, the sidestep off the ropes. And spear! And spear got over 30, the count off the far line, kick out. Oof.
That's the one advantage Ricky Saints has is quickness, Noah.
And to your point, it caught up with Femi off guard here, and he connected with a emphatic spear, but it was not enough to put down the ruler of NXT tonight, No Mercy.
We say it all the time. All you need is 3 seconds of distraction. That's all it takes.
Well, the time may be now for Ricky Saints to find those 3 seconds that leads him towards glory. Can he become undeniable and absolute the NXT champion? Again, Olafemi meeting Ricky Saints in the corner on the ascent.
Whatever his offensive move was, just got denied.
Yeah, with a freaking elbow to the jawline. Yeah, high risk district. You've been seeing that come into play quite a bit tonight here. Ricky Saints, what the hell is Ricky Saints? No way. No way. Sunset flip. There is no way he's going to hook up a Femi for a sunset flip powerbomb. Looking for...
You were saying?
What the hell got hoisted? Powerbomb cover 2. No.
He literally walked him out of the corner.
Wow. Absolute disbelief there.
Take a look at the replay here, Noah.
Yeah, about to say, to your point, hoisting up, you said 110-pound difference of a man all the way to the center of the ring for a ridiculous power bomb and only got 2 9/10 for it.
And think about the intelligence of that to get him away from any ropes or anything.
Main event, No Mercy here at Fort Lauderdale, Florida for the NXT Championship. No titles have changed hands in that, of course, as Jayne got her 6th successful defense in, and so Ruca has still the Speed Championship. Like, sorry, Walter, I got to do the history. And Ethan Page, of course, had his 5th defense successful of the NXT North American Championship. Big elbow by Ricky Saints clocked the ruler. Oh, and Ricky just collapsed.
He could be playing possum, though, Noah.
Well, you did talk about before, the heart may not give, but the body may definitely give. And Ricky Saints trying to find a second win, mounting off here, taking the taste out of the ruler, going off the ropes, and all the Femi just steamrolled through him.
He flipped him like a pancake.
Out. Yeah, I think he's mad. Oh, wait a minute, look at the reversal for the cover too. Oh.
See how close it takes? Only 3 seconds?
Up and around, and oh my gosh!
Damn, he almost got caught by the bottom rope. Did you see how close his neck went to the bottom rope?
Evans's release fall from grace. And again, reversal. Cover! Ooh!
He tried to go for that pop-up power bomb. He got it turned into a Frankensteiner. A little sloppy, but...
Yeah,
did Owens hit a single leg kick?
Yes, he did. He fell face first in the process. As both men have literally left everything out here, showing no mercy in our main event. Both men down the middle of the ring.
It might be a case of whoever gets to their feet first here, Noah.
Both men trying to get back up to their feet. Ricky Saints going to the outside of the ring to regroup. Olafemi, once again, how the hell is Olafemi still standing?
Don't ask me.
This is the man back here tonight. NXT No Mercy for the NXT Championship. Oba now. Walter, we saw what happened to the announce table at Heatwave with Javon Evans. I'm just saying. Oh, boy.
Goodbye, Wood.
You know, for once, I thought that the actual announce table would survive an NXT show.
You know better.
Yeah, I do.
Hey, you didn't clear everything off, dude.
I don't think they care about a freaking bag of Skittles and a bottle of water. Ricky Saints right now lay down in the announce. How is the tables not collapsing underneath Olafemi's weight is a whole nother question.
Did he just throw Skittles or something on him?
Yes, he did. Oh, no. Uh-oh. This might be it. Hoisting up Ricky Saints. Oh, dear God. Ricky Saints. Oh, Canada DDT.
And somehow the table didn't collapse.
Yeah, but I bet Olafemi's neck buckled.
Buckled indeed.
And finding spirit being exhibited here by Ricky Saints, as Ricky Saints is still alive in this NXT Championship match. Using the table for an assisted tornado DDT on the floor.
That was smart.
He can't championship out there. He's got to bring it back inside the ring.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know how smart that was because that's 110-pound weight difference of dead weight you got to pick up.
And about to say, you see right now, the referee checking on both men here, stopping his 10 count. Ricky Saints on the apron. Oh, God, I got knocked out again on the run-in.
No, well, my chest hurts all of a sudden.
Your chest hurts. I don't think Ricky Saints has a chest anymore.
His chest might look like Kofi Kingston's now.
I don't think Ricky Saints is going to call SOS, but we might say goodbye. Pop up. Power bomb. God. A fall from what?
Oba is beside himself. But look at his jaw, dude. Ricky Saints kicked out.
I don't think I've ever seen anybody kick out from a fall from grace. Somehow Ricky Saints is still alive. Irish whip once again off the ropes because Ricky Saints pop up. Catching him at DT again. And again, Ricky Saints staying on the attack. Another tornado DDT. This time inside the ring. And goes to the cover. Hit the front leg. And then got a no.
Oh! What? Did Monroe just count to 3?
Ricky Saints is the new NXT champion. I don't believe it.
I told you. Dude, I didn't realize the ref actually hit 3. It took me a second.
I couldn't believe it. Absolutely correct. Ricky Saints, through hardships and all, is the face of NXT. Ricky Saints has defeated over Femi and is the new NXT champion. The ruler has fallen. Look at this sight.
Sorry, I got quiet. I'm in disbelief.
You're
Although I
disbelief.
called it. I called it
You're
happening, but
defeated
she's...
disbelief. Ricky Saints did it.
Interactive Gaming went a perfect 5-0.
Well done.
Well, 4, and I don't know. One of them got thrown out, no?
Technically, yeah, but either way, I'm going to still consider what he said fat because Ruca did lose the title, but anyway, we'll talk about that later. Again, constant attack on the ruler's neck. 2 tornado DDTs, a DDT implant on the table, another implant DDT inside the ring, and another tornado DDT after surviving a fall from grace. All the family was in absolute disbelief.
Does that mean Ricky Saints represents NXT against TNA? We'll find out next week when they pick the teams. You got to involve the champs, right?
Pop-up attempted another fall from grace. Ricky Saints dropped on the Femi on his head again. And another fat tornado DDT. Indeed, the revolution has been televised. All but Femi's run is over. The ruler has been defeated. And the revolution has been televised. Your new NXT champion is Ricky Saints.
We have an absolute reign.
Well, regardless, why we have an absolutely new NXT champion, what is going to go forward now with TNA invading? Either way, a new era ushered in, and it will be televised starting tonight at the conclusion of No Mercy. For Walter Cruz, I'm Noah Foster. Thanks for tuning in our coverage of No Mercy. If we don't see a side of shenanigans, we'll see you next time here with wrestling coverage. Until then, they got positive impacts in life. Have a good night. Ricky Saints has defeated the ruler. Cut the fucking feed. Show's over.
There's a new champ.
And it wasn't Lola Vice. It was Ricky Saints tonight. I'll be damned.
Really? You got to go there? You got to go there?
I gotta be honest, bro. I gotta be honest. It's what I do. It's what I do for a living. Thanks for tuning in, folks. This has been NXT No Mercy. Have a good Saturday.